Is Jeopardy! We're live now.
Elise said
Yep.
that she normally would, but she's packing for Audicon because she helps her sister. She's an artist. So they're heading out
Okay, so
live.
because I am live, I don't want to be typing a whole lot. Could one of y'all just let Kyle know that's cool, and to let Proto know that he's they're invited too? Because we did have Proto last time and that was fun. And so we're going to play some video game Jeopardy. We have 3 games. And I think that this is the last time that we are going to do one host. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds like a
So,
good idea.
and actually, I was thinking, obviously me and Evie, but for the third host, because we'll want to have 3 games. That way everybody just has to make one game instead of multiple. Honestly, I was looking at you, Riddle, if you're up for it.
Ooh.
And the reason
You
I was...
sounded like you
down.
wanted to last month.
Well,
so.
yeah, that's partly it, but I'm just thinking, you have a good voice, and you can do the host thing, you know what I mean?
I'm down for that.
Are you down with the clown? I don't even know what that means.
We played Monster Hunter. I told him to be the narrator because he has an epic voice, and he sounded confused by that.
I don't think anybody's, told Riddle that he has a really cool voice until we did. Hey,
You already hit
hey,
you like a
Riddle,
rock, didn't
Riddle, say, remember, early detection is the key.
Remember, early detection is the key.
See, he's a star, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon
Wait,
Ball Z.
Wait, I got one for you. Do meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Do I just do that in my normal voice, or?
Well, I don't tell the painter what to paint.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice.
Whoa, hello. Momo Kampf, thank you for the follow. I'm in a category that I'm not normally in, so I'm assuming we're going to see some new people here. But I'm going to have to make sure that that's a legitimate account.
Yeah.
We're going to be starting soon. Let me just post on all the Discords and stuff. There's June. Cal. Oh, God, that's not the right one. And Kitty and Fel. Vanessa's live. I'm not going to post there. Squid. Wait, is Squid live? Let me just check. Let me just see. Spun Quid Thunder's live. Oh, Squid is live. Hey, Yarmoogle, you should you're on the call. You could talk, right? All right, Squid is live. I won't post there. I don't post on people's Discords that I'm going live if they're live. We don't do that here.
Yeah, Elise is heading out to Audicon tomorrow, which she's
You,
not
okay,
thrilled about.
what is Audica? It sounds like you're saying like that guy from Metal Gear Solid.
That Audicon was named after the convention.
Really?
But it's a anime convention. It's one of the first in the U.S. and it's the biggest on the East
Really?
Coast, or it used to be. I think it's been overtaken.
Oh, okay.
That's the anime con that I've been to several times.
Audicon.
That's also why in the Metal Gear Solid games they spell it with a C, and in the actual convention it's spelled with a K because of licensing issues.
Okay. All right. That name returned no shady results. So.
But yeah, she
Hello. And hello, you're in the Discord, aren't you? You want to play? Because we're about to start.
She isn't really like an anime fan or anything, but her sister is, and she's an artist, so she helps her run like her artist alley
okay.
booth.
Well, you can have fun at a convention like that, I think, even if you're not into the thing, because it is just, a bunch of nerd shit, right?
Well, yeah, she's just dreading driving 4 hours to Washington, D.C., and then
That part
is
doesn't sound fun.
very much just work when she's there, because they go to a bunch of anime conventions
Okay.
when the convention starts.
Moogle. Wait, Moogle's not on the call anymore?
Oh, so there's a TV in the other room, so we can't.
Yeah, Moogle, we need people. I mean, that's why you have push to talk, so you only talk when you're answering an answer. Where is everybody today? Okay, let's let me get this set up here. Which of these browsers has Jeopardy? There it is, I think.
I'm going through the online list just to see, if anyone's available who would usually play.
Yeah. Well, like I said, hello to the universe. You're totally invited to play as well. But Moog, join the call. I mean, like I said, you have push to talk. You were on here a moment ago. I don't care if there's a TV in the background, as long as we can hear you when you answer. How many people do I have? Right now we have 3. I mean, we just want more. You know what I'm saying?
3, and one of them can't play the last game.
Well, I was saying because you can't play the last game.
Well, she was online.
You can't really tonight.
Wanting to play in the past, but she never makes it.
Well, I'll tag her, but like we said, you know.
Finn's on. I don't know if he'd want to join.
Who?
Phenomenon.
Oh, I think he's live, isn't he?
He doesn't say he's live on
No,
here,
he's
but
not.
that doesn't mean he's not.
No, I think he's not on Twitch, but I think he's streaming to his Discord right now. Well, somebody's streaming to his Discord at least. There's that stream icon on there.
What Brandon's doing.
I think Brandon's out playing Pokemon Go, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he doesn't play.
All right. Well, we'll start with you 3 for now. We have 3 games to play. It is traditional Jeopardy to have 3. Hopefully, we can get more. Let me just make sure that my double Jeopardy is set up properly.
Star usually play in the past. I don't.
Star played once, didn't he? Yeah. Could you tag Star and also tag Eighth? Eighth might be busy.
Hello.
But hello. How are you?
Ethan's offline, but
Well, just in case, you never know. Like you saw how fast Kyle appeared.
yeah, I just don't know if it's because
All right.
It's because Kyle has the app, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If it does.
Well, okay, I have it all set up for the first game. I just need to know exactly how many people we're gonna have, and once we, we'll give it a second here. All right, well we have 4 people right here. I think that's good for the first game, and then more people can join in as they come in. So let's just do that. You guys good for that?
Sure.
I'm good.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to type in the website on the Discord that you're going to go to. And in just a moment, I'm going to give you guys a code. So just give me 1 second. We're starting with 4 people. We do want buzzer mode. Okay. All right, let me make sure that this is all typed in properly. Where is Discord? Also, for the majority of this, I'm not going to be able to see the Discord, so if anything's happening, just somebody let me know verbally. All right, so that's the website that you're going to use to join. And you are going to use the code 0711.
Have joined.
I don't see anybody yet. You sure?
I'm setting my name.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I see 2 people. And make sure that you guys set your name. That's important so that I know who's who. You could use any avatar you want. You could even use the fox since Moogle says he can't play. Although I think that might make him angry enough to actually come in and play.
Somebody use the fox.
No one outfoxes Moog.
I still only see 2 people, guys. Who's still...
I'm in. I'm staring at the button.
Talk to me, people.
I'm in.
All right.
Set my name and everything.
Hello and Riddle. Oh, everybody's in now. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get this visible on the stream. Boop. Oh, that is way too big. Why is it so fucking big? Let me make that smaller.
Do I have to go to Twitch in order to see the questions?
No, of course not.
Because you're not live on Discord.
Oh, I can fix that. I forgot to do that part. It's probably best if I stream Streamlabs like I did the first time. That way you guys can see the webcam and everything. All right, there you go.
That's
I was
helpful.
wondering about that.
Okay, so let's meet our contestants. We got Hello to the Universe, who is playing as the Crab. We got Grayman X6, who is a Penguin. We got EB Agent J, who is a Lemon Squeezy. And Riddle is a very distressed-looking watermelon. So, okay, so this is how we're going to decide who goes first. We're going to do the same thing I did the first time. I am going to think of a number. It is going to be a number somewhere from
Your whole setup is in the
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Discord.
That's fine.
Okay.
As it's not on Twitch, that's all that matters. That's fine. There's nothing you're seeing that's that unusual, as long as you can see the questions.
Well, it's just a bit more zoomed out.
Well, I mean, I can make it a little bigger for you. Hold on, let me just move that down, and I'll move that down.
Listen.
There you go. How's that? Is that
That's
better?
better.
Okay.
Better.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to think of a number. It is going to be a number somewhere from 1 to 100. I'm going to go down the line. You guys are going to try to guess that number. Whoever's the closest is going to start us off. And the number is... Okay, the number is that. Okay, hello. Go ahead.
32.
Okay, Gray.
66.
EB.
49.
And Riddle.
70.
Okay, so hello, you were the closest. It was actually 15. I decided to go for a low number. So let me go over the categories here, guys. We have video game hardware quirks, first appearances, creator backlash, annoying sidekicks, Doki Dokied, and potpourri. Kyle, thank you for the host. Does anybody need any explanation for any of these categories?
I'm assuming Doki like Super
Really,
Mario
Gibbs?
2 was initially a
Yes.
different game, but
Yes.
it was ported to a different region and became something else.
It might be a different region, it might be a different system, something like that. But yeah, it's where a game was initially envisioned as one thing and then became another thing completely through asset
repeat
swaps.
The first category's name for me, because I having trouble reading it.
Video game hardware quirks.
Okay.
Okay, so hello, you are in control of the board at least to start, and you can go ahead and pick a question.
Okay. Let's do annoying sidekicks for 200.
Nintendo infamously made this character as annoying as possible when separated from you via enemy damage to incentivize the character to not get hit and to recover quickly if they are damaged. EB.
Who is Baby Mario?
That is correct. Just make sure that that looks correct. Okay, so Baby Mario is correct. You now have control of the board.
Let's go with annoying sidekicks for 100.
Although undoubtedly helpful for a first-time player, this companion's constant yelling at the player to press a button only to be told basic control tips has earned her derision among Nintendo fans. EB.
Who is Navi?
That is correct. Although really for this one I could have gone with Fi as well, right? It's the same basic idea. Okay, you have control of the board.
Same category for 300.
James Bond is supposed to shoot bad guys, not his allies, which is going to make you hate this character, known for wandering directly in front of you as you're mowing down enemies. Really, nobody, huh? Nobody wants to take a shot. Really? That's a shock. Okay, well, we're just going to go ahead and show that. That's Natalia from GoldenEye.
I know it was either
Yeah.
Natalia or Xenia, but I don't remember which one.
No, Xenia was a boss.
I watched GoldenEye again recently.
Well, she didn't wander in front of gunshots in the movie, at least, right? That would have made it very different. EB, you still have control.
400, I guess.
When given a voice, this wingman was quickly judged as being too annoying to let live, despite his useful ability to display a boss's health bar. Riddle.
Who is Slippy?
That is correct. Riddle, you have control of the board.
I told you that was going to be one of the answers.
Finish the category.
Actually,
100.
EB, you said that was going to be all of the answers.
Yeah, I did.
Mega Man X7 infamously tried to replace the main character with this over-designed weirdo who tags along with Zero out of no motivation other than being a fanboy. Gray.
Axel?
That
Wait,
is
who was Axel?
that is correct. All right, Gray, you have control of the board.
Okay, let's go Doki Doki for 100.
This puzzle game was dolled up as a Sonic spin-off for the Genesis and a Kirby spin-off for the SNES. Gray.
What is Puyo Puyo?
That is correct. On the Genesis, it was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and on the SNES, it was Kirby's Avalanche, I believe.
I only knew Mean Bean Machine because it's meme.
Ah, yes,
I
that's
have
true.
played that Mean Bean Machine.
It's a good game, isn't it, though?
Yeah, I got the Game Gear
It
version.
is, but
Yeah.
It gets way too hard.
Yeah, Puyo Puyo's a punishingly difficult game. Gray, you have control of the board.
Okay, Doki Doki for 200.
This NES game started as a sprite-swapped version of a Sega arcade game, but spun off into its own series with several sequels. That is hard to say. Nobody? It was an arcade game. They switched the characters around because it was Sega. Okay, the answer we were looking for on that one was Adventure Island. The original version was Wonder Boy.
Oh.
Gray, you still have control.
Okay. Doki Doki for 300.
This GameCube title, a remake of a canceled N64 game, was supposed to be an original story with brand new characters, but became a spin-off of a popular series despite having very little in common gameplay-wise, simply due to Shigeru Miyamoto's musings that the main characters look similar. Gray.
What is Star Fox Adventures?
That is correct. Go ahead, pick a category.
Alright, Doki Doki for 400.
This developer infamously Doki Doki'd many of their older games when they rebranded and renamed the company to try to sell to Christian-themed games. Riddle.
What is Wisdom Tree?
Color Dreams or Wisdom Tree, that is correct. Now you have control.
Potpourri 100.
Despite making very simple games that rarely needed more than one or two buttons, Atari, Mattel, and Coleco all released systems with controllers based on this type of device. EB.
I hit too fast. I'm sorry.
You don't know? Oh, well, what do the controllers look like?
They look like phones.
There you go. That's all you had to say was phone. But try to answer in the form of a question, of course. But yeah.
I was gonna guess TV remote.
That's not far off. But yeah, they had the number pad and everything. All right, EB, you have control.
Let's go potpourri for 200.
The Shape of Pac-Man was not based on this popular food, despite the creator telling this story. He has since admitted it's just a story he tells due to not remembering the details of the character's design. EB.
What is pizza?
Pizza pie. That is correct. All right. It is a good story, right? You might as well tell the pizza story if you don't remember. EB, go ahead.
Potpourri for 300.
Before going on to create Metroid, Kid Icarus, and the Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi originally held this lowly position at Nintendo. Hello.
Janitor?
That is correct. He was the janitor.
Form of a question.
Oh, yes. Yeah, in the future, please try to answer in the form of a question. We give you each one little gimme, but in the future, I have to mark you wrong if you don't say, like, what is janitor? All right, you have control of the board. Hello.
Let's do first appearances for 100.
This diminutive fungus first appeared in Super Mario Bros., though he wouldn't get a name or become playable until the game's sequel, EB.
Who is Toad?
That is correct. Well, you actually beat Riddle out on the buzzer that time. All right, go ahead and pick one.
Let's do potpourri for 400.
Not to be confused with the popular line of smartphones, nor the Futurama parody of such, this was the first VR headset released in 1987. Really? Okay, I gave like 3 different hints here. But the answer to this, you guys are going to laugh, is iPhone. Because it was
Jesus
like a
fucking
phone
Christ.
that you put up right against your eye. And the way it's spelled was the Futurama spoof of the actual iPhone.
I remember that episode.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it would be that easy.
I have made an effort to make this less difficult than the first time I did Jeopardy, because I felt like nobody was answering a lot of the questions. All right, EB, you still have control.
Creator Backlash for 100.
Masahiro Sakurai openly regrets the choices he made on the second entry in this series, as he felt he had alienated a huge part of his base and has since corrected course to making the series more friendly to casual gamers. Riddle.
What is Super Smash Brothers?
That is correct. Yeah, Sakurai is not a Melee stan by any stretch of the imagination. Riddle, you have control of the board.
Not surprised nobody else rang in on that one.
I'm surprised as well.
Creator Backlash 200.
Despite the success of this game and leading to several sequels, Shigeru Miyamoto isn't proud of his work on this SNES title, feeling that he was hampered by the console's limitations, and his frustrations with it not living up to his vision was the reason he chose to remake it on the Nintendo 64. Gray.
What is Star Fox 2?
No, sorry. Riddle?
Derp.
What is Star Fox?
That is correct. Star Fox 2 was not remade for the Nintendo 64. It was remade for the Switch or the Wii U. I forget which one. All right. Well, Riddle, you have control.
Backlash 300.
Eiji Onama was so unhappy with some of the features in this Nintendo 64 title that when given the opportunity to remake it for the 3DS, he compiled a gigantic list of fixes, which he dubbed a "What in the World" list, questioning his younger self's sanity. Nintendo 64 title that was remade on the 3DS. Riddle.
What is Ocarina of Time?
Ooh, not quite. No. Gray?
What is Zelda Majora's Mask?
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, it was one or the other. I just had no idea which one.
And it wasn't that he disliked the game. It's just that he felt a lot of the coding and stuff was not up to par. So, yeah. Hey, Icerdu, how's it going? Okay, Gray, you have control of the board.
Okay, let's finish up Doki Doki for 500.
This insanely popular arcade title is not a sequel to the original game, but an unauthorized spiritual sequel that was sprite swapped from a hacked arcade board called Crazy Otto. Riddle.
What is Miss Pac-Man?
That is correct. You had me worried there for a second. Okay, Riddle, go ahead.
I'm playing too conservatively tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I tried to make it easier.
Tired.
Creator Backlash 400.
This popular first-person shooter had so much of its plot removed before launch that one of the developers not only left Gearbox Software, but stepped away from the industry as a whole. And yes, I said that is the real EB agent. They are a lemon. EB, go ahead.
What is Borderlands?
Actually, I have to consult my text file for a second. I actually forgot. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Let's see, where is that? It just flew out of my head too. Which category was that? That was
Creator Backlash.
Yeah, you're right. It was Borderlands. Let me get the browser back up here. Yes, Borderlands is correct. All right, EB, you have control of the board.
Let's do Potpourri for 500.
Potpourri for 500. In his initial appearance, this character's portrait was based off of actor Sylvester Stallone, something that had to be changed when the game was re-released years later for an international audience. Yeah, you didn't look a thing like me. Gray, go ahead.
Who is Solid Snake?
That is correct. All right, Gray, you have control.
All right. Let's finish up Creator Backlash for 500.
This third entry in a popular series was outsourced to another developer and turned out so badly that the original creators not only refused to sell it on their website, but created a new expansion for the second entry 12 years after its release that explicitly states the third game was a bad dream. Oh my god, Icerdu, that's funny. I'm gonna catch that fucking Tweety, I tell you what. Nobody? Alright, the answer to this was Postal 3. Postal 3 was so bad that they released a new expansion for Postal 2 that wiped it from continuity.
I always forget there's more than 2 Postals, so...
Yeah, there's 4 of them now.
I know, I saw the... Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I think, Gray, you're still in control?
First appearances for 200.
Luigi made his first appearance in this arcade title, fighting enemies alongside his brother Mario. Riddle.
What is Mario Bros?
That is correct. And now you have control of the board.
First appearance is 300.
Although he starred in an anime based on the Pokemon games, Ash Ketchum made his video game debut in this spin-off title. Gray.
What is Pokemon Puzzle League?
That is correct. And now you have control.
All right. First appearances for, what are we at? 400.
He made his debut in the original Street Fighter and was only playable as Player 2. Riddle.
Who is Ken?
That is correct. All right, go ahead and pick one.
First appearance is 500.
It's not letting me. There we go. This iconic Nintendo character has a long history, first appearing in a simplistic handheld title simply called Ball. No takers? All right, we're going to have to reveal that the answer to this one was Mr. Game & Watch. Oh, okay, Riddle, you're still in control.
Video game hardware quirks 100.
This system had a lockout chip that would constantly reset the console if a non-licensed game was used. However, unlicensed developers got around this easily, and consumers found the poor design of the unit caused it to reject legitimate games more often as the console aged. Riddle.
What is the NES?
That is correct. That's why it would flash like that. It was actually constantly resetting because it thought your dusty-ass game was some wisdom tree shit. Riddle, go ahead.
200.
This system launched with both a CD-ROM disk drive as well as a cartridge slot, though the cartridge slot was never used for games, only for memory expansions. Come on, this one's so easy. Okay. Icerdu knows it. All right. Icerdu, you can play if you want. All you got to do is join my Discord. You can join the next game. It was the Saturn, guys.
I've never seen a Saturn.
Oh, really? I actually have one.
Neither have I.
Great. Don't you have a Saturn?
Yeah, it's been a while since I dug it out, actually.
Oh, okay. It's got that cartridge port.
Yeah, I've actually got one of the 4-in-1 carts for it.
Oh, there you go. That's nice. All right. Riddle, 300. We're good on that?
Yes.
Okay. Before this sort of feature was internalized into the controllers, this system used an external device you had to insert into a controller to give force feedback for games that supported it. EB.
What is the Rumble Pack?
No. Reread the question. Okay, Riddle.
What is the N64?
That is correct. I was looking for the system. That's why it said this system.
The way it was worded just confused me.
Yeah,
so
sorry
much.
about that. All right, well, Riddle, 400. This attempt at competing with the Game Boy was a handheld that could not only play TurboGrafx 16 games without the need for separate hardware library, but also had a TV tuner, allowing kids to watch TV shows in gloriously grainy 400 by 270 resolution, gray.
What is the Turbo Express?
That is correct. I actually thought that one was really hard, and somebody got it, and there were a few that I thought are easy that nobody got. I guess I don't know difficulty all that well. All right, and here's our final clue for Single Jeopardy. As pointed out by the nerd, this system used a single cord for both video signal and power supply, something that was meant to make it easier on the consumer, but was so prone to failure, not to mention expensive, that a later revision of the system went back to a more traditional approach. Come on, guys. You remember this from AVGN? He dropped the power supply on his foot. EB.
Was Atari 5200?
Yes. Thank you. The foot thing helped, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. I thought it. Because as soon as I said that, I saw your name light up. Okay, guys. We're going to be heading over into Double Jeopardy. Here are our new categories. We have in media res, regional differences, the Pokédex is insane, blatant ripoffs, more video game memes, and silent protagonists. Before we proceed, does anybody require an explanation as to the meaning of any of these categories?
What's the Pokedex one mean?
If you've ever played Pokemon, each Pokemon has a Pokedex entry that gives you a small bit of information about it, and that small bit of information is usually insane and random and has nothing to do with the game itself. So I will tell you a weird fact about a Pokemon that comes from the Pokedex, and you try to guess what it is.
Okay.
Any other questions?
That is in media res.
In media res is a writing technique where you start off in the middle of the story and then flash back to the beginning. And video games like to use that one a lot.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? Okay, so hello. Since you're last place right now, you get to have control of the board for Double Jeopardy.
Okay. Let's go with the Pokedex is insane for 400.
It makes no sense, but according to the Pokedex, this bouncy boy can never stop bouncing or his heart will stop. EB.
What is Sproink?
You said it almost correctly. We'll give you that. It's Spoink.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm going to be very, very liberal with this category. If you get something that's like the evolution of the one I'm looking for, I would count that, you know.
Yeah.
All right, EB, you're in control.
Let's do Pokedex for 200.
This popular Pokemon's tail flame is apparently an indicator of its health, and if it ever goes out, it will die. Hello, go ahead.
What is Charmander?
That is correct. And Iserdu, when we're done with this game, I'd be interested to hear your score. Okay, hello, you have control.
Let's go Pokedex Insane for 600.
This electric type's Pokedex once inexplicably stated that its electric powers can knock out an elephant, as a reference to a cruel experiment done by Thomas Edison. Nobody wants to take this one?
I think it'd be memorable for referencing a real animal.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it doesn't say a Don fan, probably because this Pokemon existed before there were any elephant Pokemon. All right, guys, the one we were looking for was Raichu. Not going to write you a love song. All right, hello, you still have control. Sorry, Riddle.
Same one for 800.
As if a ghost balloon isn't creepy enough, according to the Pokedex, this weirdo is known to carry children off, never to be seen again. Why, Game Freak? Hello?
What is Driftloon?
That is correct. All right, you have control.
1000. Same one.
Hard time. There we go. This fire type's Pokedex gives you too much information about its poop, including the fact that people once used its flaming hot poop to keep warm in the winter, because that's a sensible thing to put in a Pokemon game. EB.
Darumaka.
I have to mark you wrong because you did not answer in the form of a question, and that was the second
I did say,
time.
what is Darumaka?
Did you?
Yes.
I did not hear. Did anybody hear EB say, what is Darumaka?
I did
I
not.
think so, yeah.
Well, okay, Gray has vouched for you,
Sounded
so.
cut off.
Okay, if you're using push to talk, make sure you hit it slightly before you're going to answer, so that I don't. We're going to give you the points back then. That was 1,000. And it was correct, so we'll give you 1,000 points. Oh, we'll just reveal the answer. It was Darumaka. Okay, well, EB, you have control of the board.
Do in Media Res for 200.
This PlayStation RPG, a sequel to an extremely popular SNES game, starts with the main character's dream, which turns out to be a later part of the game. In this intro dream sequence, the third character in the party will be randomly chosen. Extremely popular Super Nintendo game that got a sequel for the PlayStation. It's an RPG. EB.
What is Chrono Cross?
That is correct. You would always have Sergei, the main character, then Kid, and then the third character would be randomly chosen. And it could even be a character that's impossible to have in that part of the game, which is interesting. All right, EB, go ahead. Yeah, EB is popping off.
In Media Res for 400.
This Square Enix PlayStation 2 RPG from a popular series started with the hero already on his journey and already having recruited one of his companions, only to tell the backstory and how he met this companion in a series of flashbacks throughout the first part of the game. No takers? Okay, the answer on this one was Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King.
Oh, I thought so.
Ah.
That would have
Conservatively today.
been my guess.
You
All
guys
my
gotta...
exposure to Dragon Quest is from you.
You'll see 8 eventually, right? Yeah, you started with Yangus already in your party, and you already reached the first town and kind of know what your goal is, and it's explained how the king came to be cursed and why you're traveling with him and how Yangus joined you and everything later on.
Yeah, I forget how long it takes before you actually get to the cursed castle.
Quite a bit before you get to the castle, actually. All right, I think, EB, you're still in control.
Trying to read off their other categories because my eyesight's bad.
All right, well, I'll go over them again. We have In Media Res, regional differences, Pokedex is Insane, which is tapped out, blatant ripoffs, more video game memes, and silent protagonists.
Just silent protagonists for 200.
Despite being in several massive FPS games dating back to the 90s, the closest this guy has ever come to speaking was mouthing a single profanity upon seeing the last boss of one of his games, EB.
What is the Doom Marine?
Doom Guy, Doom Slayer, Doom Marine, whatever you want to call him, that is correct. You have control.
Silent protagonist for 400.
He may huff and puff and yip and grunt and even scream his lungs out, but this Nintendo character doesn't actually talk hello.
Who is Link?
That is correct. All right, and now you have control of the board.
Silent protagonist for 600.
She doesn't say a single word in her debut game, nor the sequel, but mostly because the villains do more than enough talking for her. 2 games in the series, very chatty villains, female protagonist. Come on, guys, you got this. No. Okay, the answer was Chell from Portal. All right. Hello, you still have control.
Let's do more video game memes for 200.
Originating from DeviantArt, you might say this to someone who prefers the water starter in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, EB.
What is, do you like mudkips?
Close enough. It was, I heard you like mudkips, but you basically knew that was close enough. All right, you have control.
Let's do silent protagonist for 800.
This stealthy bodyguard remains silent throughout his entire first game, but gains a voice in the second game, unless you choose to play as him. Only silent when you play as him. Nobody played this one, I guess. Or you guys are just playing conservative. The answer to this one was Corvo from Dishonored.
I never played the Dishonored games.
Oh, they're so good, too.
Neither have I.
Yeah. Dishonored is kind of like if Thief and Skyrim had a baby.
And did not pee on it.
And did not pee on it. They raised it lovingly. All right, EB, you're still in control of the board.
Finish silent protagonist.
This Square RPG hero never speaks except in one rarely seen ending where he says, "What are you doing? I thought you said something about a nice little slideshow." You guys are killing me here. Nobody? Really? EB, go ahead.
Who is Chrono?
Yes, it's Chrono. There's only one ending where Chrono will actually speak. All right, EB, you have control of the board.
Let's do in media res for 600.
The first in this Xbox series of action games starts with the main character busting out of prison. The cutscene explaining how he got there is only seen as a part of the game's attract mode. Nobody wants to... Okay, well, we're going to say that was Gears of War. Was the answer on that
I couldn't
one.
remember the guy's name. It was Phoenix something.
Marcus Phoenix, but we weren't looking for his name. We were looking for the game.
I just never played Xbox, so.
Yeah. Okay, EB, you're still in control.
Let's do in media res for 800.
This subversive third-person shooter starts with a flashback, and when the game's narrative catches up to this point, the main character, who is suffering from sanity slippage, breaks the fourth wall and comments that this has already been done. EB.
What is Spec Ops: The Line?
That is correct. All right, you have control.
In media res for 1,000.
This strategy game, itself told as a framing device of a historian who disagrees with the official record, starts with a tutorial battle where your character is a mercenary defending a church from bandits. Then the first part of the story is told by the main character explaining how he got there. I actually may have given too many details there.
I still don't know it.
Oh, that's a shame because this is like one of my favorite games of all time. Nobody? All right. Final Fantasy Tactics, guys.
I thought it might have been it because of
Yeah.
the church thing. But...
Yes. Such a great game. All right, EB.
To my shame.
You have control, EB.
Video game memes for 400.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare started this trend in which you might type this letter to signify paying your respects, EB.
What is F?
Yes. Put F in the chat for whatever reason is like the meme on Twitch. All right, go ahead. You have control.
Video game memes for 600.
Genji Day of the Blade is mostly forgotten, other than birthing this meme, which came from the E3 reveal of the title, right after the developer lauded the game's historical accuracy, EB.
Was giant enemy crab.
Yeah. These are all actual battles from Japanese history. Well, anyway, here we have a giant enemy crab. He stabbed the weak point for massive damage. It's embarrassing for Sony. You still have control of the board.
Let's do memes for 800.
This is said by gamers who are either looking way too hard into everything to try to confirm the third part of a long, unfinished trilogy, or making fun of people who do that. EB.
What is Half-Life 3 confirmed?
Yes, and clearly we just confirmed it, right?
Yes.
Half-Life 3 is now confirmed because of this right now. All right, you have control still.
Let's finish memes.
It's kind of unbelievable that so many Skyrim guards have taken an arrow to the knee, but looking deeper into it, the phrase is actually Norse slang for this activity, EB.
What is getting married?
That is correct. And you have control.
Let's do blatant ripoffs for 200.
A megacorp founded this action-adventure sandbox game in which you use real figurines that you buy separately to advance in the game, but it's not Skylanders. Gray.
What is Disney Infinity?
That is correct. And
I think it's Lego Dimensions, so.
that is true. That is true. Although I don't know if Lego is really a megacorp like Disney is. That's why I put that in there. Yeah. Okay. Skylanders was good. Yeah. Okay. Gray, you have control.
Okay. Oh, by the way, can you hear me? I think my internet kicked out for a bit.
No, I could hear you.
Okay.
You're good.
It's been kind of spotty lately, so I forgot to mention that.
I hear you.
Ripoffs for 400.
This PS2 title has popular video game mascots from several different series battling it out in a chaotic up to 4-player arena fighting game, but it's not Super Smash Brothers. EB?
What is PlayStation Battle Royale?
Close enough. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I figured that was a tough title to get exactly right. All right, EB, go ahead.
Ripoffs for 600.
This licensed title for PS2, GameCube, and Xbox has you driving a taxi in a rather crazy manner to pick up and drop off characters in an open world, but it's not Crazy Taxi. Gray?
What is The Simpsons Road Rage?
That is correct. And now you have control.
Okay. Where are we at? Okay, 800. Blatant ripoffs.
This German-developed PC game has you control one of two siblings in a side-scroller involving jumping on enemies, breaking blocks, and mushrooms in a suspiciously familiar 2D world, but it's not Super Mario Brothers.
I know the game, but I can't remember the title.
I feel like most of y'all are like, oh, what was that called again?
Yeah.
It was the Great Gianna Sisters.
Yeah, I knew it was something sisters.
And by the way, they revived the Gianna Sisters years and years later on the DS, and it was actually a really cool game. They did Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams.
So an ironic revival like Bubsy, only it was actually good the next time around.
Yeah. I think the reason that it turned out okay was nobody really remembers the Great Gianna Sisters. They actually put on the cover of the box, "The Brothers Are History." All right. I think, Gray, you still have control?
Okay, we're finishing it off for 1,000.
Okay. This Sims-developed game from Master System and Game Gear has you climbing stairs, smashing lanterns for power-ups, and eventually facing off against Dracula, but it's not Castlevania. Gray?
What is Master of Darkness?
I would have accepted either that or Vampire. Those are both two different regional names. That is correct. And go ahead.
And Americans didn't get the Master System version, just the Game Gear version.
We did get it on the Game Gear, yeah. Which I have on my 3DS Virtual Console. Very good game.
Cool. Anyway, regional differences for 200.
This sequel to a mega popular NES game is infamously two completely different games in Japan and the United States, with the US version even being backported to Japan at a later date. EB?
Super Mario Brothers 2.
Correct. So, yeah, the US version of Super Mario Bros. 2 got released in Japan way later on as Super Mario USA, which I think is hilarious. All right, EB, go ahead.
Same category for 400.
This long-running series of action games from Konami is named after the main villain in Japan, but in the US, it's named after where the main villain lives. Gray?
What is Castlevania?
Castlevania or the Dracula series in Japan. Hey, Noun, what's going on? Hey, Noun, you can totally join in for the next one if you want. We're almost done with this one. Gray, you're still in control. Not that there's a whole lot of choice here.
600.
The European versions of this action series replaced all of the aliens you battle with robots, completely changing the plot and title of the series.
I know this one too.
Gray.
What is Contra? It became
Yep.
Robo Protector or something?
Probotector or Gryzor, depending on which game, yes. All right, Gray, go ahead.
All right. What are we at? Oh, yeah,
800? Okay. Although this series is created and is most popular in Japan, certain entries have a lot more effort put into the United States release, including orchestral music and full voice acting, something that was never part of the original Japanese releases. Gray.
What is Dragon Quest?
That is correct. You know, if I make the board, if I make the board, there's going to be, like, one of the answers is going to be Dragon Quest, right? All right, and here's our final clue for Double Jeopardy. This Capcom RPG had a black character race lifted to Middle Eastern due to the original sprite being based on an offensive blackface stereotype. I streamed this not that long ago and mentioned this too. EB?
It was Breath of Fire.
That is correct. The character Karn was a black guy in Japan, and he was not drawn in a very flattering manner. Okay, guys, as we head into Final Jeopardy, you are going to enter your wagers on the device of your choice, but before you do, let me tell you the category for Double Jeopardy is Iconic Sound Effects. That is your category, Iconic Sound Effects. Okay. Getting them wagers in. All right, let's see. Here we go. The developers of this open-world RPG use the sound of a bell from their company cafeteria to signify the launch of a nuclear weapon. I can't turn off the sound on this Final Jeopardy. I am going to cut it off when the song finishes, though. The second round again. Okay, guys, let's see those wagers. Oh, you guys got it in the last second there. All right, well, let's start with hello to the universe. You wagered 700. Let's see what you said. You said Fallout. You got to be a little more specific than that. I can't give you that one. Riddle, let's see. You wagered 2,300, which was everything. Let's see what you wrote. You also wrote Fallout. It's the right series, but sorry. Okay, let's see what Gray said. You wagered 4,000. You said question mark. That, unfortunately, is not even part of the Fallout series. And EB, you wagered 4,000. Let's see what you wrote.
Fallout.
You said, what is Fallout? Oh my god, guys. Unfortunately.
I don't play Fallout.
Fallout 3 was the answer. Yeah,
I've only really played Fallout 3.
Well, you got to remember that Fallout 3 had a completely different developer from the first one, too. That was Bethesda. So Bethesda had this cafeteria that they were all very proud of because apparently the food was really good, and they had a bell, and they actually recorded the bell, and they used that for the nuclear bomb being launched.
My line of thinking was it might have been like the Bethesda games, but in all of them going forward.
Ah, okay. EB, you still won, probably because of
Okay.
your conservative wager there. Let's actually show the scores.
I don't even remember that noise from Fallout 3.
Okay, so EB, you had 5,500 there. So you, Riddle, damn, you shouldn't have wagered everything. Yeah, slapped. Okay, guys, let me hide the browser real quick.
By the way, due to an accident, I can't wager in the Final Jeopardy for the next game.
Yeah, that was my bad on that one, actually. Okay, guys, so is there anybody that wants to join? Because I see Ice, you're doing now in the stream. You guys are totally welcome to join for the next game. Sorry, indigestion. The next game, if you would like to, which I'm in the midst of setting up. You do, but it's 2 a.m. and you can't now. Do you want to join? Let's see. I got to set the Double Jeopardy to this one.
No gun beats.
Totally appreciate the offer, but anxiety would kill you. Okay. I mean, it is just for funsies, but if you would prefer to watch, I always say there's nothing wrong with just watching. And that's not meant to be a loaded remark.
I was gonna say some people are into that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to continue with the same people. Let me just set it up. You guys, the same link to the website will work, but you're going to get a new code, and it is 1600, 1600. Oof.
Spell my own name.
What's my name again? What's my name again?
After all this drilling into Moog's head, it's only 2 letters, and I have to put the whole thing.
Oh boy, that's funny. All right, guys, let's show it. Boop. Okay, guys, we're back, and some shuffling with the avatars. Hello is a potato now. I like that. And Riddle is, I guess, a hammerhead shark with a pride hammerhead shark. All right, guys. So these are your categories. We have actually, development hell, before and after, Nintendo games badly explained, mergers and acquisitions, and acronyms. Does anyone need any explanations? Because I'm giving them out.
Actually.
You know, it's basically, you know, when somebody corrects you, they go, actually, and all of the clues will start with, actually. It's going to be very self-explanatory, that one.
Go ahead to explain before and after, because every time...
Yes. Yes. Okay, so every time we go over this, I always ask, does everybody understand how before and after works? And nobody says anything, or they all say yes, and then nobody seems to get it, Moogle. So basically, you'll get 2 clues, and they will form a single sort of mashed together sentence. Something like, I got to think of one that's not on there now. Actually, I got a good one in my head. Let me just make sure I didn't use it, or it might have been from last time. Let me go into my text file here. Let's see, where's game 2? Game 2, before and after. Okay, so like if I did The Legend of Zelda Fitzgerald, that's a before and after. So the clue would be something about Zelda Fitzgerald.
That was
Didn't we actually
mine.
have that once?
Yeah.
That was when I put last.
That's probably why I remembered. I was like, did I use that or was that EV? I wasn't sure. Okay, so I'm going to think of a number between 1 and 100. It is that number. Okay. Hello, what number do you think it is?
69.
Of course. Gray?
Nice.
88.
I'm sorry, Gray, say that again?
88.
All right, Riddle?
1.
And EB?
42.
Hello, once again, you were the closest. It was actually 72. So 69 is pretty damn close there. So you're in control of the board. Urine.
Okay. Let's go to Nintendo games badly explained for 200.
The space government hires a bounty hunter to do a genocide on jellyfish. Riddle.
What is Metroid?
That is correct. All right, you have control. Oh, Icerdude, what was your score there on that first game?
Badly explained 100.
A pirate lizard steals your food, and you are just not having that. Hello.
What is Donkey Kong?
Be a little more specific.
What is Donkey Kong Country?
Okay. I had to give you another chance on that one, because, like, ooh. It's not like it's Final Jeopardy. All right, hello, you're still in control.
Games explained badly for 300.
It's a quest to pay your mortgage. Nice, Icerdude. That's not too bad.
Buzzard wouldn't even pop up for me for a while.
Hello?
What is Animal Crossing?
That is correct. All right, hello, go ahead. I'm sorry, wait, hold on. EB, were you having an issue?
Yeah, the buzzer didn't even appear until after, like,
Oh.
timer was done.
Is it working now, or?
I don't know. Just as I'm buzzed in from the last one, so.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, hello, go ahead. Hopefully there's no issues.
Same one for 400.
A goddess makes a kid do everything for her. His reward is adulthood. Gray.
What is Kid Icarus?
That is correct. All right, Gray, you were in.
Only I could read.
Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear that.
They said, damn, if only I could read. Because there's this
We're gonna
meme.
reset the calendar.
There's this meme of Palutena wearing a really tight t-shirt, and on it it says, Pit, I want you to fuck my tits. And he's staring at it, and he goes, damn, I wish I could read. All right, Gray, I'm sorry, EB, you're in control. Or wait, who got that?
It was Gray.
Tits pushed everything else out of my mind. Gray, you're in control.
All right, and again, sorry, EB. I know, don't be sorry, be better, but still, I
Yep.
can't.
Just move on from it. Just
Okay.
make your best effort and
Finish
move
it
on.
off 500.
A boy with psychic powers travels up the corpse of a giant robot to get revenge on smaller robots, and then winds up fighting God. EB.
What is Xenoblade?
I'm going to give you that because that is the European name. It is Xenoblade Chronicles. In Europe, it's just Xenoblade. All right, you have control of the board.
In this category, let's do before and after for 100.
An R&B standard, once famously covered by Mick Jagger and David Bowie, and also the most well-known series of tournament fighting games. Maybe I shouldn't do before and after. You guys suck at this. It's
I admitted it.
Yeah, Dancing in the Street Fighter. What I was looking for.
Yeah, I was saying the artist, not the song.
Yeah. Well, I gave the artist. I said Mick Jagger and David Bowie. All right, EB, you're in control.
Do before and after for 200. Get it over with.
A video game about defending your lawn from the undead, but also a video game about defending your neighborhood from the undead. Gray.
Going out on a limb. What is Plants vs. Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
Absolutely spot on correct, and now you have control of the board.
Okay. Let's go to Development Hell for 100.
I love the way you say, let's go to development hell. This JRPG started as a spin-off of another game in the series when it was announced in 2006, but was finally released in 2016 as its own numbered entry, but with no connection to previous games. EB.
What is Final Fantasy 15?
That is correct. Final Fantasy 15 actually started as a spin-off of Final Fantasy 13. That obviously, yeah, versus 13, exactly. That obviously didn't happen. All right, EB, you have control.
Do before and after for 300. I just want to get rid of it.
A stylish action game for the Wii U featuring superheroes, but also a Disney movie about a whole lot of dogs. Whole lot of doggies.
No, the second part, not the first part. That's just.
I feel like
It's also on Steam now. Nobody? All right. The answer was The Wonderful 101 Dalmatians.
I
Okay.
knew it was Wonder something, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew it was Wonder something, damn it.
it's any good, that game?
Trying to say
I haven't played it.
Character of it.
Yeah, I haven't
I've heard
played
that-
it. I heard it was good though.
I heard that the people who like it really like it, and the people who don't say it's just meh.
Okay, EB, you're still in control.
400, I guess.
A somewhat overlooked Zelda 2 clone for the NES revolving around Greek mythology, and also an action movie about North Korea attacking the White House. Gray.
But it's Battle for Olympus Has Fallen.
Close enough. It's the Battle of Olympus Has Fallen, but that was so close I gotta give it to you. All right, Gray, you have control.
Alright. Go with what Evie said, finish it off for 500. Before and after 500.
You know, I got you. It's just not letting me click it because your head is too big. There we go. A Disney prequel released for the PSP, but also a super cheesy romantic comedy from the 90s. Gray, go ahead.
What is Birth by Sleepless in Seattle?
That one.
You missed the Kingdom Hearts part, but you got it. So good job on that, Gray.
One I finally had, and I didn't ring it in time.
Ha ha ha. Oh well. All right, Gray, you have control.
Alright, back to Development Hell for 200.
This licensed first-person shooter, announced in 2001 and finally released in 2013, was the subject of severe backlash due to broken AI and graphics that were subpar to what had been shown in demos. EB.
It was Aliens, Colonial Marines.
That is correct. And now you have control of the board.
Development Hell for 300.
Development of this cute platformer for the N64 started in 2000, right after the previous game's release, but it wound up surfacing 2 console generations later in 2011 on the Wii. No takers on this one, huh? All right. That was Kirby's Return to Dreamland. It was originally going to come out right after Kirby 64. Didn't happen.
Play that one too.
All right, EB, go ahead.
Development Hell for 400.
This RPG threequel started on the Super Famicom before jumping to the N64 DD, then the N64 proper, and then was canceled completely before being resurrected for the Game Boy Advance. EB, go ahead.
Was Mother 3?
That is correct. Oh God, Mother! You have control of the board.
Development hell for 500.
This sequel to a popular zombie game is still stuck in development hell, despite being announced in 2014, and the original developer opting not to work on it. It's supposedly still not canceled, with another developer taking the reins, but nothing has been heard since 2016. Give you guys a little hint, sort of a first-person action RPG with zombies. No takers? All right, that's Dead Island 2.
That was not good, though.
It was...
Duke Nukem Forever wasn't in that category.
I used it last time, that's why.
I don't know.
Wow.
I always forget what I used in the same board, so...
Okay, EB, you have control of the board.
And now I'm trying to actually read the...
We have...
I'm actually for 100.
Actually, doing this to your NES cartridges was harmful. It was removing and reinserting that got your game to work. Riddle.
What is blowing on it?
Don't give your games a blowjob. It's not good for it. All right, Riddle, you're in control.
Actually, for 200.
Actually, this Atari 2600 game didn't sell poorly. It was the top-selling game on the console. Too bad they made more cartridges than consoles. EB?
What is ET?
No, sorry.
Well, I know what the other one is, too, now.
Yep, Riddle?
What is Pac-Man?
That is correct. They actually pressed 7 million Pac-Man cartridges, despite the fact that there were only 5 million Ataris sold. So, and they only sold 2 million Pac-Mans, but that was still the top-selling game. Riddle, you're in control. Yeah, business.
Actually, for 300.
Actually, the famous Konami code didn't originate from Contra, but rather from this game. No guesses? It is a Konami game. All right, that was Gradius. It was the all power-ups. We would pause it, do the Konami code, boom, you'd have all the power-ups. Riddle, you're in control.
Actually, 400.
Actually, this was the first 16-bit system, released in 1979.
I do this in clearing confusion.
Yes, I know. That's why you guys should be getting it. Riddle, go ahead.
The Magnavox Odyssey?
No, that was released in 1970. And it didn't have any bits because it didn't have any processors. It used transistors. Anyone else want to take a guess? All right, the answer was the Intellivision. It actually had a 16-bit processor. Okay, Riddle, you are still in control.
Actually, 500.
Actually, the Game Boy was not the first handheld system with changeable cartridges. It was this system released by Milton Bradley in 1979. Riddle?
What is the Microvision?
Yes! I was really pulling for you there. I'm like, oh, come on, get it. Yes, the Microvision. All right, Riddle, go ahead.
Also, if you actually about the North American release date of Metroid on Tumblr, you'll get banned for a few days.
You didn't even get to say actually. You might as well have said it all snotty if they were going to ban you, right?
I know.
Okay, Riddle, you're in control.
Mergers and acquisitions, 100.
Enix absorbed this company in 2003, rebranding themselves as one of the biggest developers and publishers in Japan. Riddle.
What is Squaresoft?
That is correct. Go ahead.
Same category, 200.
This storied Japanese company was absorbed by Bandai in 2005 to consolidate the two companies due to lowering birth rates in Japan and advancing technology. EB.
What is Namco?
That is correct. Go ahead, EB.
Mergers and acquisitions for 300.
In 2009, this British dev and publisher was absorbed by Square Enix, becoming their European branch. EB.
What is Eidos?
That is correct. Go ahead.
Mergers and acquisitions for 400.
This American giant known for their sprawling RPGs is now technically owned by Microsoft due to their parent company being bought out. EB.
What is Bethesda?
That is correct. All right, go ahead.
500.
In a mergeception, Atlas was bought by Sega, who was bought by this slot machine company. Gray.
Oh, it is Sammy?
That is correct. Wow, we really rolled through the mergers and acquisitions one, huh? You know how I can tell that I did make it easier? Because nobody has ended up in the negative.
Well, Moog's not playing.
Moogle will answer every question and still be a negative somehow. All right, Gray, you're in control. You're in.
Because he answers every question, period.
That's true. Eventually answers, right?
Or doesn't answer, as the case may be.
Gray.
Sorry, cut out again. Acronyms for 100.
The BFG stands for this, despite what the Doom movie told you. Riddle.
What's the big fucking gun?
Big fucking gun. Riddle, go ahead.
200.
MMORPG, a combination of several previously existing acronyms, stands for this type of game, EB.
Massively multiplayer online role-playing game. What is?
All right, I was going to say, whoa, you got it. That what is in there just a second. That is true. Massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Now you have control. Not that there's a lot of choice.
300.
You probably know what a HUD is, but this is what it stands for. EB.
What is heads-up display?
That is correct. All right. I'm guessing 400?
Yeah.
Portal's villain GLaDOS stands for this. Wish Kyle was here for this.
I was going to say, Kyle knows
He'd
this
be
one.
creaming his jeans. Or, I'm sorry, his suit.
Yeah.
Nobody? Really? That's because Kyle's not here. All right, the answer to this is Genetic Villain and Disk Operating System.
I don't even know if Kyle's played Portal. He just knows that.
He knew that, though. All right, and here's the final clue. Mostly now just said by Twitch chatters at pretty much any point, POG was an acronym for this. EB.
Probably going to be wrong because of the toy, but what is Passion Orange Guava?
No.
Because that's what it meant for the POG toys.
No. It is video game related. Does anybody know? Hello.
What is Pretty Awesome Gamer?
You're not far off, but no. It's a similar sentiment. Icerdu knows it. All right, here's the answer, guys. It's play of the game. That's why when something great happens, you say POG or POGers. POG
I
chan.
just want to be on record that I'm right about the POG toys.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I wouldn't have known that. Okay, guys, we're going to head over to Double Jeopardy. Here are our categories. We have politics in my video games, fictional video games, games you hide from company, Son of Kusoge, advertising idiocy, and they saved the franchise. And as usual, I will give you guys the opportunity to ask any questions you need to ask about the categories.
So fictional video games are like games that don't exist but appear on like movies or TV.
That's exactly right, yes.
Alright, and Son of Kusoge?
Kusoge, it's the same thing as before. It's a shit game. Kusoge is a Japanese term, means shit game.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Hello, you get to go first. You're actually in the negative, so hopefully we can have you make a bit of a comeback here.
Alright, let's go for fictional
You cut off there.
200.
Okay. Bart Simpson famously attempted to shoplift this Mortal Kombat style game in an episode that gave us the Thrill Ho meme, Gray.
What is Bone Storm?
That is correct. Buy me Bone Storm or go to hell. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Alright, let's go, they saved the franchise for 200?
This fighting game series hit the polygon ceiling hard and was fading out of the public spotlight until a 2009 reboot with a massive marketing push got things back on track. Gray.
What is Street Fighter 4?
No. Street Fighter 4 was released 2006, I think.
I was thinking console.
Yeah. Anybody want to take a guess? It was Mortal Kombat.
No, it wasn't technically because it was never rebooted. The longest.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
storyline.
Yep. But Mortal Kombat got a game that was both continuation and reboot somehow. Okay, Gray, you're still in control.
They saved the franchise for 400?
This FPS series had a 4th numbered entry languishing in development hell for years, with what little was shown looking pretty sus until it was revamped into a fast-paced reboot that renewed interest. EB.
What is Doom?
That is correct. If you've ever seen the original videos of Doom 4, it did not look like a good game. All right, EB, go ahead.
Do they save the franchise for 600?
This adventure game series went back to its horror roots with a first-person entry in 2017, saving a flagging series that had become too reliant on gimmicks. EB.
But it is Resident Evil.
That is correct.
Biohazard. In fact, Resident Evil 7 was called Resident Evil Biohazard.
And in Japan, it was called Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and pick one.
They saved the franchise for 800.
This action series struggled with too many rushed entries of varying quality for years until a prequel in 2017 breathed new life into the franchise by introducing RPG elements and actually having a proper development cycle. Imagine that. Nobody? I'll give you a hint. The developer ain't shit.
I mean, that's several developers at this point.
Fair. Okay, it's Assassin's Creed is what I was looking for. All right, EB, you're still in control.
Do they save the franchise for 1,000?
Nintendo mandated this long-running series would end with its 2013 entry due to flagging sales, so the developers put everything they've always wanted to do in one final hurrah that wound up being such a hit that it revived the franchise. Nobody? Nobody? Ho's mad. All right. Fire Emblem. I'm surprised nobody went for that one.
I know so little about Fire Emblem,
Emblem.
except for what I've made up about it, so...
Was that Awakening that did that?
Awakening, yes. It was such a massive hit that it saved the franchise. It was literally supposed to be the last one, which is probably why it's so wonderful.
And that's the one with Lucina and Grima, right?
Lucina's in it, not Grima, no. Robin is the main character, and Crom. And then Lucina is Crom's daughter from the future.
And according to the canon that I explained to Clint, Lucina's her own mom.
Which is scary.
The fuck?
I mean, you literally get to pick who her mom is, and it can't be her because she only appears afterwards. But okay. All right. Now, you see, now that just blew it out of my head. I don't even know who's in control right now. I think it was it you, Gray, or who had control of the board?
I think it was still Mace.
It was okay, EB. Go ahead then.
Let's do politics of my video games for 200.
This American president used ad spaces to campaign in 18 different games, such as Burnout Paradise and Madden. Gray.
It was Barack Obama.
That is correct. He was actually the first president to advertise in video games.
I think his name is spelled with 2 R's.
Is it?
I
Hold
think
on.
It's just one. Yeah, it's just one.
I gotta look that up now. I don't want to get this right. I don't want to get this wrong, rather. No, it's 1R.
Isn't it also his birthday today?
I wouldn't know. I don't know presidents' birthdays. Gray, you're in control.
All right. Let's keep going with politics for 400.
This failed candidate once asked young people to Pokemon Go to the polls. It didn't help. Hello.
Who is Hillary Clinton?
That is correct. And now you have control of the board.
Okay, let's do fictional video games for 400.
An internet glitch grind band or a fictional PC game from a shitty sitcom starring Tim Allen. I know you're thinking, which shitty sitcom starring Tim Allen? EB, go ahead.
What is Zombie Sneak Attack?
Yes! That's Zombie Sneak Attack.
My mind is still blown that you're not the original lineup.
No, we are not. All right, EB, you have control.
Fictional video games for 600.
Bob Belcher tried hard to get a high score in this arcade game to wipe off Jimmy Pesto's Bob Sucks message.
I think I've probably seen this episode too. So.
And somebody actually made a browser game version of this too, but it's not super fun. Nobody. Okay, it was called Burger Boss. Burger Boss was what we were looking for. EB, go ahead.
Take video games for 800.
This game actually exists now, but it started as a fictional video game from this titular anime. EB.
Was Sword Art Online?
That is correct. All right, now you can pick.
Finish the category for 1,000.
South Park parodied a Nintendo franchise and also made a bilingual bonus dick joke with this game. Riddle.
What is Chin Pokemon?
That is correct. And for those of you wondering, Chinpoko is a Japanese slang term for small penis. Riddle, you have control of the board.
Politics in video games, 600.
It's more likely than you think. This world leader has an island in Animal Crossing. Yes, you can visit it. EB.
Who is Joe Biden?
That is correct. And now you can pick.
Does he still have an island? Because I know they were cracking down on the political...
I don't know. He did when I wrote it.
Anyway, politics for 800.
This former world leader had a Twitch account in an attempt to reach gamers by live streaming his events, but it has since been banned. EB.
Who is Donald Trump?
They banned me from Twitch. Totally not poggers.
They banned him from everything.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. All right.
Better place for it.
They even banned him from Tumblr, and he doesn't have a Tumblr.
Oh my god, that's amazing. He's not even allowed to make a Tumblr. That's amazing. All right, EB, go ahead. Yep, small penis monsters.
Finish the category for 1,000.
This candidate for U.S. president actually had a browser game made about his campaign, specifically targeting Iowa voters. He lost the state. This was a huge meme back in
I think I know.
when it happened. Go ahead, EB.
Who was Ron Paul?
No, sorry.
All I know is he became a big meme. He actually had a rally in World of Warcraft. That was his thing.
Oh, that's cringy. All right, well, the answer here was Howard Dean. He had a video game that you could play on his website called the Howard Dean for Iowa game. It was about as successful as his campaign was. All right, EB, you're still in control.
Uh,
You still having vision issues? I can tell you what's there.
yeah, vision issues.
We have Games You Hide from Company, Son of Kusoge, and Advertising Idiocy.
2 games you hide from company, 200.
Originally made to spice up the flagging Dave Mirra series of extreme sports game, this game's nudity and gross-out humor caused the athlete to have his name and likeness removed from the game and title. EB.
What is BMX Triple X?
That is correct. Alrighty.
You ever actually play that? I never did.
I haven't, no. I've never even seen a copy, to be honest.
I think I saw a review of it back on Tech TV or G4.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't great, though.
They had to censor the boobies.
Aw. Alright, EB, go ahead.
Same category, 400.
Developer Mystique has made lots of cringe porn games for the Atari 2600, but this is possibly the worst as it hit the trifecta of sexist, racist, and awful. EB.
Was Custer's Revenge?
That is correct. Truly a piece of crap game in every way you can imagine. EB, go ahead.
Same category for 600.
The premise of playing stupid minigames to see clips of women flashing was already cringe enough, but this game actually became illegal to own when one of the girls featured turned out to be 17. Gray.
What is the guy game?
That is correct. You'll not see a copy of that anytime soon. All right, Gray, you're in control.
All right, keep going for 800.
You'd have a hard time justifying the purchase of this absolutely awful racing game based on a chain restaurant, which features several large-breasted women on the cover, and it's not even a good game. Riddle.
What is Hooters?
A little more specific.
Hooters Road Rage?
You know what? I'm going to give you that. That's close enough. That's obscure. Hooters Road Trip. You got 2/3 of that correct. All right, Riddle, go ahead. I want to see Hooters Road Rage, though.
Games to hide from your parents, 1,000.
Well, it's company, but you should probably also hide them from your parents. Basically completely obscure until the nerd covered it, this weird adventure game features almost no gameplay and has a presentation that looks like it was made with clip art and Photoshop elements in a few hours, but bills itself as a playable romantic comedy complete with censored nudity. EB.
Plumbers don't wear ties.
That is correct. All right, EB.
Which I think Kyle owns a copy of.
Does he? That's amazing. All right, EB. I don't... No, he has a CDI. I know that.
Yeah, he doesn't have a 3DO. He's been trying to get one, even though we've been telling him not to.
Then why does he have Plumbers Don't Wear Ties?
I don't know.
I gotta ask him about that. That's crazy. All right.
This game collection is weird.
It could have been one of those things that he got from somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And by the
anyway,
way, my dad was a plumber and occasionally did wear a tie, so Just saying. Go ahead.
Anyway, Sonic Kusoge for 200.
This physics puzzler for Steam is horrible, but has unusually high sales due to its cheap price, leading to it being a gag gift to mess with your friends. EB.
Those bad rats.
That is correct. And by the way, I found the perfect way to stop people from trolling you by buying you bad rats, because it kept happening to me. I just accepted the gift. Now it's in my library, and they can't get me with it anymore.
You did refuse Yick, didn't you? Or,
I did refuse Y2K mostly because I was like annoyed with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, really, why?
It's not even funny bad, so.
And plus, that wasn't a $1 game, so I really felt that Barrel should get his money back.
Hey, well, the thing is, it's just gonna go back to his library or his inventory.
That's true. Well, maybe he'll play it.
Maybe he will, and I will say the gameplay in it's pretty good. Just everything else about it is awful.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. All right. Well, you're still in control of the board.
Sonic Kusoge for 400.
This shameless Sonic ripoff for the Genesis/Mega Drive features a constantly talking mascot with an overdose of toad and a ham-fisted environmentalist message and absolutely horrible gameplay. Gray.
What is Awesome Possum Kicks Dr. Machino's butt?
Even got the entire long-ass, stupid-ass, dumbass title correct. All right, Gray.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gray. I would have just accepted Awesome Possum.
Alright, I actually have that piece of shit, believe it or not. Anyway, Sonic Kusoge, 600.
Originally a duo of Flash games that would serve as a holiday-themed distraction for a few minutes at best, they had the absolute audacity to sell these for the Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS, and at full price, no less. EB.
What's Elf Bowling?
Elf Bowling 1 and 2, yep, you basically know it. Good.
They also made a movie of it.
That I did not know.
Starring Tom Kenny, and it's as bad as you can imagine.
I can imagine pretty bad. All right, go ahead, EB.
Sonic Kusoge for 800.
This Pac-Man ripoff was released under several titles, but perhaps the best is the MSX version's single-word expletive, which accurately describes the game's quality. Death, you could play in the next one if you'd like. Riddle, go ahead.
Shit.
Yes, but you should say what is shit. That's your one.
Oh, what is shit?
That is your one. The only one who hasn't done that yet is hello. So. Okay.
I mean, the way I said it was in a form of
yes, that's
question.
true, but we gotta play it like it's Jeopardy. What is shit? Imagine if somebody came up to you and said, "What is shit?" and you started ranting about Pac-Man ripoffs for the MSX. All right, Riddle, go ahead.
200.
For advertising idiocy, is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. This company once tried to sell you a joystick with a drawn hand firmly grasping the stick with the phrase, "The more you play with it, the harder it gets." EB.
What is Atari?
No. Anybody else? Oh, it was Sega.
I thought it was Sega, but I couldn't remember
Sega.
them having a controller with a joystick.
It was a weird one, too. Honestly, it would have been easy to fill up that category with all Sega stuff. They had so many bad ads. When I was looking up bad video game ads, I had to ignore so many of them because they were all Sega. I think, Riddle, you're still in control.
Sort of like when I did the PR blunders, I could have filled the entire thing just with Acclaim.
Oh, yeah.
Idiocy 400.
This somewhat popular 90s handheld was once advertised as being played with at crotch level by a naked cartoon man with the phrase, "hands that won't make you go blind." Honestly, you guys should be guessing just based on somewhat popular 90s handheld. No? All right. That was the Game Gear.
I wanted to say that, but
Yeah.
I'm being gun shy now. So
Yeah. Okay, Riddle, you're in control.
not that I can see the scores, so I don't know how I'm doing.
You're leading. So.
600.
This popular handheld had a magazine ad that stated the system was more fun than a ferret down your trousers. I mean, I'd hope so. Everybody's being gun shy now, huh? All right, the answer to that was the Game Boy. The Game Boy is more fun than a ferret down your trousers.
Now I want to try a ferret down my trousers.
I don't want to try that. All right, Riddle, go
They're
ahead.
cute, but they have teeth.
Yeah.
And
I
they're
know.
smelly.
Yeah, claws.
And they are smelly, that is true.
That's what Wayne was going about.
This company actually got blind singer Stevie Wonder to shill for their products, stating that if he could play video games, he'd play theirs.
Oh, that's awful.
The fact that he agreed to it is just they must have given him a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I guess nobody knows it, so the answer to that was Atari. All right. Riddle, you have two choices.
Son of 1000.
This bizarre platformer for the Famicom where every level is a day in the life of a cat might make me want to say "Urgh!" instead of playing it. I knew Gray would buzz in on that. Go ahead, Gray.
What is Garfield? A week of Garfield.
What is a week of Garfield is correct. And here is our final category for advertising idiocy. This system was advertised using strange images of plain and dressed hot dogs, claiming that fans of Sega, Nintendo, and NEC were just weenies. Just a little weenie. Small. Undressed. No ketchup. Nobody? Okay, it was Neo Geo. All right, guys. Let me give you your final Jeopardy category before we get to the final Jeopardy clue. It is video game urban legends. That is the category. So go ahead and wager whatever you wish. I know that EB is not going to wager anything. Waiting on Gray.
And
So Death the Sun, if you're still there and you want to play, just hop on my voice chat and you can totally play.
Actually, since I have to hop out for a while.
Yeah, actually, actually, Death, we need another person because EB can't play the last one.
Since you're streaming it, do you want me to leave the voice call for the last game too?
You don't have to. If you want to, it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go, guys.
Not like you'll be answering.
A widely reported story claims that this early arcade title was so successful in Japan that it caused a shortage of 100 yen coins. However, this shortage was just due to low minting of coins that year.
I think it's just like predicted. I predicted. I don't actually remember the answer. I got it wrong in testing too. But I did try to answer it, so.
Guys? I'm saying you normally only get 30 seconds. Hello? Put in something quickly. I'm about to display these wagers. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, hello. You didn't bet anything, which is fine. Let's see what you said. You said, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly.
It's the B-movie script.
Oh, my God. That's funny. All right. You know what? Since you didn't wager anything, I'm going to mark you as correct on that one. Okay, so moving over to Riddle. Let's see. You wagered 3,400, which is everything. You wrote Donkey Kong. I'm sorry to say that's not correct.
Piss.
Gray, piss out your ass. I know. Gray, you wagered 2,800. Let's see what you wrote. You wrote Pac-Man. That is also not correct. And EB, you wagered $4. Let's see what you wrote. $4. Y'all got me twisted on this one. All right. Oh, God. All right. So it was Space Invaders. There was a shortage of 100 yen coins that year. It had nothing to do with Space Invaders, but, you know, Taito got a Taito, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the winner is AB Agent J. Let's actually show the score there. You had 6696. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Riddle wound up with 0 again. You gotta stop wagering everything at Final Jeopardy.
Well, EB has so many points.
I know, but give yourself.
I get to beat you every time.
Yeah, what? Okay, the B-movie script was pretty funny though. I had to mark you as correct. Oh man, that's funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna set up the third game. I don't know if Death the Sun said he wanted to play, but I don't think he's here anymore.
I'm surprised it had that big a word limit.
Yeah, it went on for a little while. I think it's 3,000 characters or something like that. We do need one more person, though, for the last game.
I gotta go this round.
Oh dear. So we need
Thanks
two.
for saying-
We need two more persons. Because that would leave me with just Gray and Riddle.
I absolutely can't play. I tested the game.
Yeah,
so
you
I know
tested the
answer.
game. Yeah, you know all the answers. Like I said, like Death of Sun, I was totally like, yeah, you can play the next game, but he seems to have vanished.
Guess Kyle never did show up.
Kyle never showed up.
I'm still here.
Noun prefers to watch. She's got, the anxiety thing, and I totally respect that. I mean, if she did change her mind and wanted to jump on, that would be totally welcome. But, yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, we can just have Gray and Riddle play against each other. We could do that. Like I said, this is kind of on me. I didn't hype this enough. I wasn't talking about it as much as the last two Jeopardies.
For next month, if all three of us are going to be doing boards on our own, we probably have to like slightly consult with each other just to make sure there's not overlapping categories.
Yeah, I guess, like just the
Yeah.
categories. Let me go ahead and get the third game going now. Let's see.
So to figure out who gets before and after and who gets potpourri. If we're going to do before and after, yeah, because nobody gets.
I'm thinking I might skip out. We might, unless you want to create before and after, but I'm not going to mandate that it has to be there. Just because it's like nobody ever seems to understand it, no matter how many times you explain it. And then when you do
I
understand it, you guys kind of...
bad at it.
Yeah. I like... You know what's weird is that even though I have the setting clicked, we haven't seen a single daily double.
That is weird.
I do have it clicked. I don't know why the daily double isn't working the way it should. All right. So, hello, you got to go, you said? I mean, that's a shame, but that's okay.
Sorry, gone.
No, he's on the call.
It says he's on the call. I heard a Discord hang up sound, but his icon didn't leave.
That's weird. Someone used the daily... No, we didn't get... No, the daily doubles didn't show. They're supposed to be randomized. Maybe they got randomized to not existing. All right, well, we'll just do it with two players. That's okay.
Does Icardo want to join in?
Iserdu said that it's like 2 a.m. where he is. I mean, like I said, you're totally welcome to. And Moogle was saying it's loud where he is.
I was playing tired.
I mean, we could do it ASMR style.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's got like TV blasting and stuff, so. All right, well, we'll just do the Gray versus Riddle showdown. Dun, dun, dun. I was hoping that Kyle or somebody would pop on, but, they're busy.
Redemption round.
There you go, redemption round indeed. Don't end with 0 this time, Riddle. All right, guys, the code is 3429. Oh, there's my water.
Code.
3429.
Yeah, I could enter just to fill the panel and then just answer everything wrong, see what it's like to get negative all points.
Well, I have it set for 2 people right now. Wait, does Kat want to play? Hold on. Hold on, we might... Kat just came into the chat and said, Jeopardy!
Then Sir Will covered it with frogs.
That's fine, I guess.
I mean, does Sir Will want to play?
I think Sir Will's doesn't like doing voice chat.
Yeah, Sir Will's got a little, issue with, the voice, which is... I've talked to them, it sounds fine, but you know how it is. With dysphoria. Okay, let me reset this because Kat's going to be joining us. Never actually talked with Kat on... You're going to get a different code. What's that?
I know she streams.
Yeah, I've seen her stream. I just never actually spoke with her.
Back out.
Yeah, just back out.
Just here for color commentary, I guess.
She just wants to grab some water, so...
I'm here
so
for
we gotta-
coloring commentary.
You're
So
the
we're gonna get a different
co-host.
code.
I didn't give the code yet.
So waiting for Cat.
Yes, we're waiting for Kat to even come on the call. That way I don't have to repeat it.
No, I was just asking if we were gonna. But, oh, okay.
Oh, can somebody give a Discord link to Iserdo in the chat? If anybody has Twitch up.
Okay.
I
don't
could.
have Twitch up right now.
All right, I could do it then. If you don't have Twitch up, I got you.
Last I looked, Noun and Moog were there, but I don't know if they still are.
They might be
Watching
lurking.
Chat.
Let me grab give me 1 second, Iserdo. I'll get you a. Here's the issue. I got to remember how to get an invite.
I just gotta click the dead, and then it'll say invite people in blue.
Yeah, there it is. There you go. Been so long since I've had to actually put an invite out. Hey, Iserdo, if you want to join, just join the potato chat. And we're waiting on Kat. Kat said she wanted to play.
I'll heat up my dinner while this is going on. Have a chicken farm.
That sounds good.
I got it from someplace else, and it's far larger than where I usually get it, so it's a lot of chicken farm.
More is good if it's good. We ordered from
Probably
the,
end up saving half of it.
We ordered from the diner today because we were too tired after all the fridge stuff to cook dinner. So I got fried clam strips and disco fries. They had something on the menu called disco fries, and I'm like, I gotta try this. It's basically poutine. It was really good.
They didn't want to give credit to them damn Canadians.
Well, they use like mozzarella instead of cheese curds, so it's like slightly different. American poutine.
You've got a fridge. Did you do the naked salsa dance?
No, I'm waiting until after this. I've not done the naked salsa dance yet.
It will rock our
Oh,
worlds.
okay, Iserdo, I understand. Well, welcome to the Discord anyway. We're just waiting on Kat. Hopefully her getting a water doesn't take much longer.
Said she's also starting her laptop.
Oh, okay. This answer because she's saying she sucked at trivia. It's like, I don't know. You can't suck at trivia worse than some people I know. And no, I'm not making a joke about Moogle that time. I was thinking of a certain Jeopardy fan who turned out to be a chud.
But who keeps trying to get on Jeopardy.
He really wants to be on Jeopardy.
Like, you suck and no one likes you. They should just finally tell him that.
It would have been amazing if, like, the ghost of Alex Trebek shows up just to tell Peyton that he sucks.
Yes. You suck and no one likes you.
Look at what look at what Noun said. Like, we're starting up this laptop. Oh, the pull cord. Noun said suddenly had this mental image of Kat starting up a laptop with like a pull cord.
And sounding like a lawnmower. You know the chainsaw was originally invented to help women in birth?
How?
That was a terrifying thought.
How?
It was much smaller, but it was meant to be used to help with an episiotomy.
That can't be better than a scalpel.
They don't even really use a scalpel for it. There's a special tool for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but
Initially,
still.
it was a chainsaw.
But it's something more precise than a chainsaw. Now, I'm Googling chainsaw...
What now?
Episiotomy. It's a cut made to make childbirth a little easier.
Yeah.
And it actually makes it so that... Because a woman would tear anyway. So it's a cut heals better and faster. I'm about to Google chainsaw childbirth, and I'm sure I'm going to get like some gore grind band.
No.
Wow, no gore grind band.
If you look at the images, you'll see probably a picture of like the small one that was invented for it.
I found the article from Business Insider that's talking about it. Look at images. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a tiny little handheld chainsaw.
Yeah.
I can't see
Crank
how
it by
that
hand.
would. I can't see how that would help.
I can't either, especially since, if you're cracking it by hand, it's not going terribly fast.
Good God, no. That's, yeah, it's a lot better to use them to cut trees and stuff.
I think as far as I know, they never actually tested it on a real woman, which is
Yeah.
a relief.
I don't even have a vagina, and my vagina hurts thinking about that. That's horrible. Yikes. Like, a part of my body that doesn't exist is trying to pucker right now. Good God. Then again, I mean, if you're going through childbirth, you might even notice something like that, right?
Speaking of hurting body parts that I don't have, Tom Cardy has a new song. Well, not really necessarily a new song. He expanded an older song because somebody did an animated music video of it. And it's actually worth it because not only is the song catchy, but even though it's not that funny for the first half, in the second half he's just repeating the same joke over and over again, and somehow it gets funnier every time.
Alright, this is where I admit I have no idea who you're talking about.
Have you checked your butthole guy?
Oh, okay. Seen that. Now I know exactly who that is. I just didn't know his name. Have you checked your butthole? Skeet up it up butthole. You're looking for the ring, but have you checked your ring? Butthole, skeet up it up. Is Kat going to join today? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, 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 join Kat.
Yeah.
Alright, ICD, you have a great one.
Night, ICD. Or morning.
Good evening. So how you guys doing? I'm just here streaming, waiting for someone to come on. You know what it's like when somebody takes a long time to come.
Oh my.
Unfortunately.
You're like, come on already. Do.
Not a lot of stamina was impressive.
Not if it's 4 hours.
Could elaborate, but I'll save it for the stalls.
Sorry, laptop can be slow. Alright. You could use your phone, but alright, whatever. Yeah. Have you checked your butthole? Butthole. At the end, when he's like, I lost my grandmother, and he's like, I'm so sorry. You're not going to make a joke about it? No, I'm not going to make a joke about that. Do you even have any empathy? You know, I know where you can find it. Where? Have you checked your butthole? Skeet up, butthole.
It's like, I'm not looking for a stupid joke right now. No, I get it.
I get it, yeah.
What are you looking for? I don't know, just kind of like the shoulder to cry. Have you checked your butthole?
Skeet up in a butthole.
Maybe your dead grandma's up there too.
Oh, God.
Leads to the ending. Ooh, my family hate me. This is the reason why I got no close friends. Fucking worth it.
Oh,
I kind of listen to that song a lot.
well, it's like me with that one Mark Rebelay song, you know? Let me in, I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Let me in, I'm trying to fuck. You ever listen to the whole thing? It's hilarious.
Like not.
Wait, so you're telling me there's not people having sex in there? No, well, I mean, no, it's none of your business. Wait a minute, so there are people having sex in there? Gary, stop trying to look for answers. Come on, I just want to be part of your club. He does like all the voices and makes loops right on the fly. That was actually live at some like brewery. The funny thing is it like right before he goes into that part, you know, let me in, I'm trying to fuck. You see this like this one table leaving and they have their little girl and he like waves to her and he like waits for her to leave before he goes, let me in, I'm trying to fuck. Oh man.
You're disqualified.
Yeah, I'm like wondering what's going on with her. I'm gonna give her a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna say what the hell. Because like, it's like, come on. You tell me you want to play, and then...
Yeah,
Oh, who did that?
the chicken parm's like a double portion, so I might end up saving the rest for
Is it good?
lunch tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. It's from a different place than I usually get it from.
Yeah.
It's from the good supermarket, not the one I usually go to. They get chicken parm there, and it's fine. Decided to try this one 'cause it's like, well, this place is generally better in all other things, so.
Hey, maybe you finding like the holy grail of chicken parm sandwiches there, right?
Well, it's not a sandwich, it's just the actual chicken parm.
Oh, does it come with pasta
and
or?
everything.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
What kind of pasta?
ZD, I think.
Ziti.
But my problem is the better grocery store. There's like 4 of them in my town, and they're all equidistant from me, and they're all a pain in the ass to get to from where I am.
Yay!
There we go.
Hey, Kat, what's going on?
Hey.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the website again because it's scrolled up a bit in the Discord at this point that you're going to go to. Let me just set that up.
Okay.
So we're gonna have 3 players, right? You, Riddle, and Gray, right? Okay, so we're gonna play in buzzer mode. Okay, so I'm gonna put the website in the Discord. You're gonna go to that website. It's going to ask you for a 4-digit code, and the code is 9558. 9558. And then all you gotta do is pick a avatar, make sure you give it your name, and that's it.
All right.
And
Thank
to be able to see the questions and everything. I mean, you could watch it on Twitch, but it's probably faster to watch it on the stream here, which you already are, so we're good.
Right.
All right, we're just waiting on one person. I'm sure that's Kat because you're new to this. Like I said, as long as you have the name and whatever avatar you want. Right, Gibbsy Noodle? He's being extra cute today. Hey, Gibbs, you looking for your bone? Have you checked your butthole? Skeet up it up butthole. Ooh, big stretch, puppy. Good boy. Good Noodle. So it's all video game trivia, so.
Okay.
Oh, Flappy Noodle. All right, I see everybody in there. So let's show this. Boop. All right. We got Gray as a broccoli. Lioness, is that you, Kat? You're a lioness, and Riddle is the pride shark again. Okay, so here are the categories for this Jeopardy game. We have not a genre, a style, name the villain, different names, black sheep, some kind of sports ball, and fighting game weirdness. Before we start, does anybody have any questions about what any of these entail?
Fighting game weirdness, is that like glitches or something or weird?
More like just weird-ass fighting games.
Okay.
Not like glitches and stuff. Any other questions? Okay, so to determine who goes first, I'm going to come up with a number in my head. It's going to be between 1 and 100. We're going to ask you guys to try to guess that number. Whoever's closest will go first, and it is that. Okay, Gray, what is your number?
50.
Lioness.
19.
Riddle.
51.
Ooh, Gray was closest. It was actually 42, the answer to everything. Okay, so Gray, you get to pick first.
All right. Black sheep for 100.
This game, in a long-running exploration-based action series, was criticized for its poor gameplay, muddy graphics, but most of all, awful writing that ruined the main character's personality. Gray, go ahead.
I'm going to guess Metroid. What is Metroid Brother M?
Yeah, that is correct. I was like, oh my god, is Gray going to get this? Because I happen to know that Gray actually liked this game.
Yeah, but I'm well aware of everyone else's opinion, so
Yeah.
yes, just go with that one.
Okay. All right, Gray, you have control of the board still.
Let's keep going with Black Sheep for 200.
While not a bad game, this game's Zelda-style exploration and on-foot combat didn't jibe with the fan base that were looking for another on-rails shooter. Gray.
What is Star Fox Adventures?
That is correct. And go ahead.
Keep going for 300.
This third title was planned to be more like the first two, a 3D platformer with lots of collection. However, the areas were so big, the developers created vehicles to traverse them, which was the first step in the game's shift to focus on vehicular combat. Gray.
What is Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts?
That is correct. Gray's killing it right now. Go ahead and pick one.
All right, keep going for 400.
In a series known for its high difficulty and cramped action scenes, having too many wide-open areas devoid of combat and super easy bosses that you could just cheese from a distance did not help things at all. Oh, him scratch. Gibbsy Noodle. Nobody? Okay, we're going to call it that was Devil May Cry 2. Shockingly, during the testing, Evie didn't get that one. All right, Gray, go ahead and pick one.
Finish it off for 500.
It's not a bad game, but it is of its time. This sequel went for an exploration-based and highly cryptic progression. While most people loved it at the time, a hyperbolic negative review from a certain pissed-off dork kicked off a media empire of hyperbolic reviews. Riddle.
What is Mass Effect 2?
No. Very no. Come on. I thought I made this one too easy. All right, it's Simon's Quest, guys.
Oh.
It was the first
'Cause I was
review by the AVGN.
I was thinking of the guy who went off on Mass Effect 2 and said it, and
Oh, the guy that said that it was a porn game?
yeah.
Yeah, that was a little weird. But he hadn't played it or anything. He was just pissed off that it existed. All right, Gray, you have control.
Let's go with Name the Villain for 100.
Okay, so guys, just so you know, Name the Villain is a picture category. You will not be hearing anything from me. You will just be seeing a picture. All you have to do is name the villain. Okay, Gray, go ahead.
Who is Bowser Koopa?
Bowser or Koopa is correct. Kat, is your buzzer working? Are you able to try to get in there?
Oh, gotcha. I think I just forgot to look at it.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, Gray, go ahead.
A villain for 200.
I hear mashing. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Who is Ganon?
That is correct. All right, go ahead.
Villains for 300.
This handsome lad. Riddle.
What is the Cyber Demon?
That is correct.
Never
Right.
even played that game.
But you knew it anyway because that's iconic as fuck.
I knew it was
Same
Doom,
category, 400.
This is where it gets a little... I think Gray's going to get this. No? No? I'm surprised. All right, here we go.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, I just hit it. It's Zoma. Did you know it, Riddle?
That's
Wait,
DQ2,
isn't that the final
right?
boss from like Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest 3.
The first one?
3. Yeah,
Because I
Zoma's.
remember seeing that at the end of one of your streams.
Yeah. You didn't see that at the end of one of my streams because I haven't streamed Dragon Quest 3 yet.
Oh,
Okay.
something similar.
Soon.
Yeah, DQ1's bad guy looks completely different.
Yeah, it just looks like a dragon. Okay, Gray, I think you're still in control.
Okay, 500.
I will admit this one's a little hard.
Wow, he looks generic.
Okay. If you just named the game, I would be impressed. Nobody? All right. That's actually Ignis from King of Fighters. Not a Final Fantasy game like you might expect from the way he looked.
The fuck?
Yeah, that was Ignis from King of Fighters. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Fighting game weirdness for 100.
This fighting game series has had its fair share of weirdos, but including mocap, literally a guy in a motion capture suit, is probably the height of it. Riddle.
What is Mortal Kombat?
That is correct. I mean, just putting a guy in a mocap suit with the white balls all over his body. Lame.
Technically Armageddon, I think.
That was Armageddon, yes. All right, Riddle, go ahead.
Fighting game weirdness 200.
It's a fighting game revolving around a basketball celebrity, which probably should have been laughed out of the pitch meeting. Riddle.
What is Shaq Fu?
Shaq Fu is correct. And then they made a sequel years later for some reason.
And it was crowdfunded, I think.
Yeah. Oh, irony poisoning.
I'm sure learning
the
a lot,
meme?
but I do not know the answers. But hey, I'm learning.
That's
a lot.
okay. Hey, you'll learn. Yeah, you'll learn a lot. Exactly. Okay, Riddle, go ahead.
Same category, 300.
For better or worse, it's worse. This is the only fighting game to contain Fred Durst. The only fighting game where you can punch Fred Durst in the face, which I guess makes it worth buying, but nobody? Okay. This was Fight Club.
Oh.
And you might know that he was not in the movie, so there was really no reason for him to be in the Fight Club game. All right, Riddle, go ahead. We didn't hear you. Whoa! What's going on? Riddle's turned into an Atari. What is going on over there? Riddle, you're just making... Oh. Oh, God.
I think his audio's all.
Yeah. Oh, he just left the call. He might come back on and... Okay, he's back.
Am
Say-
I back to normal?
Yes, you don't
Yeah,
say...
okay.
You turned into like a robot or something there. It was making horrible pinging noises, but go ahead, you can go ahead and pick a category.
Same category, 400. Sorry about that.
Smash Bros. Wasn't the first time Pac-Man appeared in a fighting game, though this game included him piloting a weird wooden mech. No guesses? All right. This one was this was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, believe it
I
or
was
not.
thinking it had to be like a Soul Calibur or something, because that's also Namco.
No, yeah, well, Namco makes Tekken. Pac-Man's not a Tekken character, but then again, Mega Man's not a Street Fighter, and he was in that. It was like Fat Mega Man. So that's the game. You had Fat Mega Man and Wooden Mech Pac-Man for some reason. And they both wound up getting much more respectful versions in Smash Brothers, at least. All right, but Riddle, go ahead and choose a category.
Same category, 500.
This game starts off as a crossover between Virtua Fighter and then popular Fighting Vipers, but starts to completely while out with characters from Sonic, Virtua Cop, and even a walking car. Gray.
What is Fighters Megamix?
That is correct.
I'm surprised. Like the salmon from. I can't remember the fighting game series, but they had an unlockable salmon character.
That's news to me. I hadn't heard that one.
It was literally just a vertical salmon, like a real-looking salmon.
Hold on, let me look this up. Hold on.
Right, somehow.
Well, I mean, a car is even weirder, right? Fighting game with a salmon? This says it's Tekken 7.
Somehow that does not surprise me.
It won a poll. Okay. I learned something today. Gray, you're in control.
All right, let's go different names for 100.
This series of shooting games had names such as Gryzor and Probotector in Europe due to the original name being somewhat associated with a political scandal. Gray.
Contra.
I have to mark you wrong, Gray. You didn't answer in the form of a question. Riddle.
No, wait, I said what is...
No, you didn't.
What is Contra?
Yes. I just heard you go Contra. Riddle, go ahead.
Different names, 200.
This Capcom series was renamed for the United States due to the copyright for an old DOS game still existing. Nobody? It was Biohazard or Resident Evil. That's why it's called Resident Evil. All right, Riddle, you're in control.
Some kind of sports ball, 100.
So these are sports games, but they're all weird-ass sports. That's why it's called that. There's no reason for Mega Man to play this internationally popular sport, but they did it anyway. Gray?
What is soccer?
Yes, soccer or association football has nothing to do with Mega Man, but Mega Man Soccer exists for reasons.
Yeah, AVGN didn't even touch it. He left it gag at the end. It was,
Just saw it like, what? All right, go ahead.
All right, keep going with sports ball for 200.
Chaos League is a bizarre simulation where you both manage and play teams of fantasy creatures playing a weird variation of this sport. No takers? Okay. Medieval football or rugby was what I was looking for there. All right, Gray, go ahead.
All right, sports ball for 300.
Attaching real-life coach Bill Lambier's name to this futuristic combat version of the sport probably didn't help much, nor did the fact that the game sucked. Finished it. Bill Lambier's combat. Nobody? Maybe this one was a little harder than the other two games. Damn. It's basketball. Bill Lambier's combat basketball. Okay, go ahead, Gray.
I keep going for 400.
There's a whole style of combat versions of this sport, which include everything from ninjas to Aqua Teen characters to Mario. Gray.
What is golf?
Yep. That is true. There was a ninja golf game back in the day, and all those other games are just kind of following from that.
Yeah, that was for the Atari 7800, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think it was on some computers back in the day. All right, Gray, go ahead.
All right, finish it off for 500.
Skateball is an extremely violent and deranged version of this sport, which doesn't often use a ball at all. Nobody wants to guess? A sport with no balls? I've got balls of steel. All right, it's hockey. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Different names, 300.
This Rockstar game's name was changed to Canis Canem Edit in Europe due to the game's subject matter being right there in the title. Come on, this one's too easy, guys. Come on, somebody guess. You're killing me here. Nothing, really? Rockstar's only made a handful of games that weren't Grand Theft Auto. It's Bully. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Keep going for 400.
This fighting game's subtitle had to be changed to Mystification in France due to the original subtitle being a French word, but with a meaning that would make no one want to buy it. Really, guys? This isn't that hard. Oh my god. Okay. EB's tearing their hair out right now. Mortal Kombat Deception is the answer. Deception in French means disappointment. So if they would have released it there, nobody would be like, Mortal Kombat Disappointment. The hell do I want to play that for?
Yes, tearing my hair out too. I got a lot of these in testing.
Yes, you did. All right, Gray, go ahead.
All right, finish it off for 500.
This 3D action series had just about every single subtitle changed in Europe due to almost all of them being lewd innuendo jokes, though the one that was the most obvious dick joke did not get changed. You guys don't even take a freaking guess here. You're killing me. This is so exciting for everybody on Twitch. Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, they had names like Up Your Arsenal.
Oh my god.
You know? All right, Gray. Pick something that somebody's actually going to try to answer.
Okay, not a genre style for 100.
It doesn't specifically refer to RPGs made in Japan, but a specific style of RPG with a heavy focus on narrative and command-based combat. Riddle. Finally, something lights up.
What are JRPGs?
That is correct. Riddle, go ahead.
Same category, 200.
It's a style of strategy game that lets you explore the world, expand your territory, exploit resources, and exterminate foes. Riddle.
What is 4X?
That is correct. 4X game. All right, go ahead.
Same category, 300.
Crossing into several genres, this style has 2D exploration-based gameplay with areas gated off by abilities you must learn to acquire. Gray.
What is a Metroidvania?
That is correct. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Going for 400.
A style of action-adventure game with an emphasis on fostering unease in the player through various methods, especially resources being hard to come by. Gray.
What is survival horror?
That is correct. All right, and our last clue for this for Single Jeopardy, ranging from dungeon crawlers to RPGs to first-person shooters and every combination of the lot, this style emphasizes player choice and is often compared to video games developed by Looking Glass Studios. This one I know is hard. I feel like June would get it, but... All right. Immersive sim was what I was looking for on that one. Okay, so the scores are low. But the lucky thing is we're going on to Double Jeopardy, and the points are doubled. So here we go. We have Well, That Happened, Thrill Ho, Disgraced Developers, The Return of Video Game Urban Legends, What the Hell Hero, and Fun with Awful Translations. Before we continue, does anyone have any questions for any of these? Any explanation needed? Really?
Hey, can you, okay, I'm back. Real Ho? What
So you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Milhouse tries to enter Thrill House and it comes up as Thrill House? So it all the questions have to do with entering your name into a game.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Kat, you're the one with the lowest score, so therefore you get to pick first.
All right. This is not gonna be good.
As long as you have fun.
Let's see. That's true. I'll do. Well, That Happened for 200.
This game freaked people out hardcore when a boss reads your memory card and comments on what other games you played. Gray.
What is Metal Gear Solid?
That is correct. It was interesting is that when it was released originally on the PlayStation, he would only comment on Konami games. So he would talk about Castlevania or Suikoden if there was a save file, but when it was released on GameCube, he would also comment on Nintendo games. So you'd see him say, hey, you like Super Mario Sunshine. All right, Gray, go ahead.
It wasn't exactly Castlevania or Suikoden on GameCube.
No.
Anyway, Disgraced Developers for 200.
His high point, creating several classic PC games and becoming enough of a household name to be knighted. His low point, relying on false promises of his upcoming games so often that him being a liar is now a meme. The fact that he's a liar being a meme, you guys should be mashing it. No Larry Bundy fans here? No? All right. That's Peter Molyneux, creator of Fable.
Oh.
Yeah. And today you learn that Peter Molyneux is knighted, by the way. Because I only learned that when I was coming up with these questions. All right. Gray, go ahead.
Disgraced Developers for 400.
His high point, creating a fun indie puzzle platformer that, along with other titles, helped kickstart an indie gaming boom. His low point, being so thin-skinned criticism, while being particularly vicious in his critique of other developers, that an argument on Twitter had him rage quit the industry.
I think this was mentioned Larry Bundy too, but it's...
Oh, sure, he sure did. He sure did. Nobody?
I might be able to guess the game, but not the person.
If you get the game, I'll consider that correct. If you tell me the game that he made. All right, go ahead, Riddle.
What is Shantae?
No, that's not an indie game. Come on, man. Phil Fish, the creator of Fez. Fez was the game. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Okay, Disgraced Developers for 600.
His high point, contributing to the design of Mega Man and directing many of the later titles in the series. His low point, using most of the Kickstarter money for his spiritual sequel for a Dead in the Water anime adaptation, then starting another Kickstarter before delivering on the first one. Gray.
Was Kenji Inafune?
You got his last name right, at least. It's Keiji Inafune. Not Kenji. All right, go ahead.
Alright, Disgraced Developers for 800.
His high point being lead designer on an indie fighting game that exploded in popularity. His low point being kicked out of his own studio for sexual harassment. If you just say his first name, that would be acceptable because that's what he goes by. Nobody? Even if you just named the game, I'll consider that correct.
I'm not even sure of the game.
All right. Well, it was Mike Zymond, a.k.a. Mike Z, the creator of Skullgirls.
I figured it was Skullgirls,
Yeah.
but it wasn't 100%.
Well, you guys got to take some risks here. I mean, it's not even real money. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Finish it off for 1,000.
His high point, successfully converting a side-scrolling action series into an incredibly popular FPS in the 90s. His low point, dragging on development of the game's sequel over a decade by constantly switching engines, forcing feature creep, and firing his entire team, and the game sucked. Gray.
I know the game, but
Paul Grossard. Okay, I got the first name wrong, didn't I?
You got them both wrong, but that is so close. I'm going to give it to you. It's George Brassard. You called him Paul Grossard. Clearly you knew it, though. That is too funny for words. That should be his Twitter handle now.
He needs to be called Grossard from now on.
Your new name is Paul Grossard. All right.
That's more my life. Unintentionally funny.
Also, for those wondering, the subpar supermarket wins in the deli chicken farm department.
Oh, really? Nice. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Alright, well, that happened for 400.
This exploration-based PlayStation 1 title is a total classic, but most gamers burst into laughter at the voice acting after the crazily earnest delivery of the first two words in the game. Gray.
What is Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. All right. Go ahead, Gray.
Well, that happened for 600.
For whatever reason, when Capcom ported this mega popular arcade game to the SNES, they decided to add a new sound effect for pausing the game, which comprised several thunderous notes followed by reverberating grunting noises.
Oh.
It was a weird sound. It was like... Nobody wants to guess? All right. Okay, good. Yep. I didn't even call on you, but no, that's not Final Fight. You're not too far off, though. It was Street Fighter 2. All right, but Greg, you still have control of the board.
Okay, that explains. I played Street Fighter 2 on the Sega Genesis. Anyway, well, that happened for 800.
Could you pause it on Genesis?
Yeah.
Did it make a weird sound effect, or was that just the SNES version? You'd remember if it did. It was so memorable. All right, here we go. Due to launch glitches, this game might have you getting attacked with a giant wielding a club, which would hilariously launch you into the stratosphere. People found it so random and amusing they didn't mind dying from fall damage afterwards. And I have seen it. It is amazing when you see a giant attack an NPC, and they just go shooting up into the sky, only to come flailing down like a few minutes later.
After testing this, I saw it happen on a video, and it was funny.
It is really that funny, yeah. Nobody really knows this. All right, it's Skyrim.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Greg, go ahead.
Did that ever happen when you streamed it?
No, because it was only in like the early version.
Okay. Well, that happened for 1,000.
The funniest is if you see it happen to a horse.
Yeah, it was a horse.
You just walk in the distance and you just see a horse shoot up into the air. You're like, yeah.
Horse is amazing.
Yeah. This PS2 game is pretty serious stuff, but by finding the dog key, your ending will reveal an adorable Shiba Inu is controlling everything from a giant supercomputer. Nobody knows, huh?
I know,
yeah, EB knows. EB got it correct in testing. All right, it's Silent Hill 2.
I know my horror games.
Yeah. If you found the special item called the dog key, which was pretty well hidden, your ending would just, you go into this random control room and there's this dog like pushing levers and buttons, and the main character is like, so you're the one behind this.
The thing is, even in the American version, he speaks Japanese in that scene. And then it launches into over the credits, the dog song. It's just a dog barking happily.
Yep. All right, Gray, go ahead.
That sounds wonderful.
Return of Urban Legends for 200.
Streamer Copeland created this hoax character in Minecraft, which led to people believing that he was the ghost of the developer's dead brother, Riddle.
Who is Herobrine?
Correct. All right, now you have control.
Urban Legends 400.
This Sega Genesis game was really the second half of the previous title, leading to the rumor that the full game couldn't fit on the cartridge, though the real reason is stranger. The first half was rushed to coincide with a McDonald's Happy Meal campaign. Gray.
What is Sonic and Knuckles?
That is correct. Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles. All right, Gray, go ahead.
All right. Urban Legends 600.
This Nintendo Switch title was canceled and recalled after release. Rumors had it that the game was turning Switch consoles into Bitcoin miners, though the real reason was a trademark dispute.
Do you remember hearing about this?
This was a big thing in the news like 2 years ago.
It's even on the thumbnail of the Larry Bundy video.
That is true. All right. It was Cooking Mama Cookstar, which if you can get a physical release of is extremely rare because of the recall.
Physical release.
It did have a physical release.
Yeah, but I know I was being.
Yeah.
laughing.
It is funny that Cooking Mama got a physical release there. All right, Greg, go ahead.
I was being dirty.
800's Urban
Don't worry,
Legend.
I got it.
Oh, like we've reached the climax. All right. A debunked Easter egg in Fallout 3 that involved murdering an NPC and translating Morse code supposedly predicted the death of this celebrity who died of a head injury possibly related to a seizure in 2010. Yes, just name a dead celebrity, please.
I guessed it by total chance.
Yeah, EB actually got this just by guessing a dead celebrity.
Well, I was listening because I knew about the urban legends, so
Oh,
I was
okay.
listing all the celebrities that were said, and I
Yeah.
happened to hit on that one.
All right, it's Gary Coleman.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, go ahead.
They finished it off for 1,000.
The rarely seen creepy figures looming far over you in this Nintendo Wii game spawned multiple urban legends of the creepypasta variety. When it was found the graphic files in the game are called Hell Valley Sky Trees, despite them not being trees and Hell Valley not being a location in the game. Riddle.
What is Super Mario Brothers 3D World?
That is not a Wii game. That is a Wii U game, so no.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I know.
You're on the right series, but...
Okay, I know what the actual answer
All
is.
right, guys,
Damn
it's
it.
Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, go ahead.
What the hell hero for 200?
This tactical shooter made you question why you played these types of games by revealing that every choice you made was due to your character's descent into madness and all his justifications were due to hallucinations. This is so easy. EB's gonna punch you guys in the tits, I swear.
I bet they are.
I deserve it for being the
Now
one
knows it. See,
not
now you should have
knowledgeable.
played. That's okay. All right, it's Spec Ops: The Line again.
Never played it.
Yeah,
Such a good game.
but you've heard me talk about it.
Like
That's
I said,
the
I'm
thing.
just not knowledgeable at all about
That-
like.
You are
It's-
now.
Not the most fun game because it's not supposed to be, but
Yeah.
it's such a good game.
It's a game that makes you not have fun murdering people.
Oh,
Which, when you think about it, why would you have fun murdering people?
right.
Okay, Gray, you're somehow still in control of the board.
Okay, what the hell 400?
This popular licensed RPG for Xbox reveals that the hero was just the villain suffering amnesia, which completely changed everything going forward. And this should be easy because how many licensed RPGs for Xbox exist?
Not exclusively for Xbox.
I mean, it was originally released on Xbox, but yeah, there were other versions. All right. Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai. Oh, Riddle, go ahead.
Star Wars? What is Star Wars?
You know what? I'm going to give you that. Knights of the Old Republic.
I could.
Yeah, KOTOR. Yeah.
Oh, no wonder I didn't remember this one. My brother loved this game, and fuck him.
Oh, I'd rather not. Riddle, go ahead.
Well, that. What the hell, Hero 600?
In this game, you thought you were just some plane crash survivor who happened onto the events of the game, but you're a brainwashed sleeper agent set to assassinate the city's leader, programmed by his worst enemies.
I'm gonna punch you all in the tits.
Seriously, this is so easy. It's only one of the most popular games ever made.
One of my favorite games.
Okay, it's BioShock.
Oh, I'm not familiar with BioShock.
Really? That's you
I'm a lore whore for Bioshock.
you should
which
try
is-
it out. It's a really great game.
Necro said when I first pointed that out, so you've read
I'll
the
also
book.
have to try it.
It's true, yeah.
I mean, I also have, found and listened to all the audio logs.
Me too. And I've read the book too. All right, Greg,
Yes.
go ahead.
Fun with awful
High five.
translations too.
Oh, it was Riddle. Okay. A year has passed since Bimmy and Jimmy defeated the Shadow Warriors. Gray.
What is Double Dragon 3 for the NES?
Correct. All right, Gray, go ahead.
Awful Translations 400.
Welcome to Die. Gray.
Arcade X-Men. What is Arcade X-Men?
Okay, you got that just in time. Yes. All right, go ahead.
All right, awful translations for 600.
You spoony bard.
Really?
You guys don't know this? Oh, thank you. Gray.
What is Final Fantasy IV?
Yes.
Wasn't letting me buzz in for a second.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a little bit. It gives me time to read it. So that's why. As long as you're mashing on it. But I expected everyone to light up at the same time. All right, go ahead, Gray.
Awful translations 800.
And proved the justice of our culture. Now go and rest our heroes, Gray.
What is NES Ghostbusters?
Correct. All right, go ahead.
Okay, finish it off for 1,000.
What a polite young man she was. That one's weird,
I
isn't it?
wish I knew what this was from.
It's pretty funny, right? Nobody? All right, that's Mega Man Battle Network 4. All
I
right.
love the Mega Man Battle Network translations. They're so bad.
We'll keep your translations off of her. All right, Greg, go ahead.
What the hell for 800?
This game is simple. Resurrect your girlfriend by killing giant monsters. If you start feeling bad about it, it's because you should. Riddle.
What is Shadow of the Colossus?
Yes. Yes. And I had the most amazing experience of kind of like watching June's reaction as they played it for the first time and had no idea what the plot was or anything about it. And about halfway through, they were like, I'm starting to feel like what I'm doing is fucked up. And I'm like, you're having the proper reaction.
That is how you should feel.
Yeah. Those monsters weren't bothering anybody.
Hero 1000.
Okay. This game has you playing as a shape-shifting hero that is fighting off a deadly virus plaguing the city, only to find out that you were the one that unleashed it and didn't remember doing so. All right, I'll give you this one's a little more difficult. That's why it's worth 1,000, and it's prototype. All right, Riddle, go ahead.
Thrill Ho.
Thrill Ho. This RPG would ask you to enter your name, but regardless of what you put, the game will insist that you enter douchebag. Riddle.
South Park Stick of Truth.
I see you've entered douchebag. Is that correct? Yes. And by the way, if when Cartman says I see you've selected douchebag, is that right? If you say yes, you get an achievement called accepting your fate.
And the reason I remembered that is because when you were playing on it, I suggested like June as the main character's name.
Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. You're douchebag. All right, Riddle. 400?
Yes.
This indie RPG starts out asking for a name, but much later you'll learn that you're not naming yourself, but a different character that every NPC will mistake you for. Thank fuck Riddles here. Go ahead.
What is Undertale Frisk?
Yes, Undertale. God, 600, I'm assuming?
Yes.
The first in this RPG series to have voice acting, the developers found ways around having the character referred to by the name given, such as characters referring to him as the Gov, my boy, or you there. Gray?
What is Dragon State?
Yes. Yes. I mean, that could be a lot of games, but the Gov is specifically Dragon Quest VIII.
Yeah, that's what Yangus kept saying, right?
I'm Yangus, and this here is the Gov. And Jessica's just like, Yangus and the Gov, got it.
Aggressively British.
Very much so. All right, I guess we're doing 800. Here we go. In one of the earliest Easter eggs involving name entry, naming yourself after the titular princess will have the game treat the file as a New Game Plus. Gray.
What is the original Legend of Zelda?
That is correct. And here's our final clue. This NES game is somewhat hard, which is maybe why entering the name Help Me will give you a bunch of extra lives. Gray.
What is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse?
Yes.
Sorry, it cut out a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right, so for Final Jeopardy, you guys are going to enter your wagers. The category here is uncancelled games. Okay, uncancelled games. So go ahead and enter your wagers. Kat, you're going to have to enter 0 because that's what you have.
Right.
but you can still answer the question, obviously. All right, here we go.
Maybe try not to bet at all.
Yeah, don't bet it all this time. Even though I don't think like I think the only way you win is like if Gray bets it all and loses. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, the last two games he could have.
Let me. It was originally an RTS for Apple computers that got canceled and then revived as a console first-person shooter.
Right, you got the music even though we don't.
Only on Final Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Enter something. Please enter something. Cat, you gotta enter something.
Yeah, I am sorry.
It's just like a question mark.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna show those wagers. Cat, you didn't wager anything. That's fine. Let's see what you wrote. What is something? Smiley face. Well, it is. I'll mark you as right. You didn't wager anything, so there you go. Let's see. What did Riddle say? Riddle, you need to get this because you should know this. Let's see. What is... Oh, my God. Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread was RTS for Apple. And it's now first-person shooter? Yeah, obviously not. And you wagered everything again! You wagered everything again.
When you find out
You are really going to hate this. All right, let's see what Gray wrote. Gray wrote, question mark. Unfortunately, that's not even a real game, so no. Guys, it's Halo.
Oh God, fucking damn it!
Like one of Riddle's favorite games.
I feel
Okay,
so
I
stupid.
thought it was, but I was thinking for Apple computers, I thought that's a bit too far back.
I mean, I knew I was stupid,
So
but I didn't
Yeah.
realize I was
originally
this
an RT,
stupid.
yes, but
Yeah, yeah.
computers,
Bungie developed only for Apple. They made Marathon.
Wow.
Marathon was the Apple computer version of Doom, basically.
The more you know.
Because you got to remember that Halo basically started as Marathon 4.
That's why June loves it so much.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, I wound up liking Halo too, just because shooty shoot the aliens. But yeah, all right. Let's. We know Gray won, but let's see that broccoli face anyway. Lol. Riddle. Once again, you bet it all.
He would have beaten me in the last two games had he not bet at all.
I know. It's like he can't help himself. All right, guys. Thank you for coming out and playing Jeopardy with me today. That was the third and final game. I did have fun. I will be sure next month when we do this to hype it more, and we're going to do it a little bit differently. Next month, I will be hosting one of the games, EB will be hosting one of the games, and Riddle will be hosting one of the games. So at some point in the near future, Riddle, you're going to have to get at me. I'm going to give you the login credentials so you can get in there. And just, guys, make sure that you create your own folders in there. It's a pretty easy program to use, but if you have any questions, you can hit at me or EB. I mean, EB was hitting me up with questions like all month long because, you know, that's how it is. But
Just use the same folder I used for my games the last time.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, as long as it's separate, you know, from like mine and Riddles and
Only
whatnot.
thing is, like I said, we might have to consult on the categories we're using so we don't use the same one. So we're...
Yeah, although if we did, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And since I am live on Twitch, we might as well raid somebody.
Hey.
Yo, Sunny Face is on. Let's raid her. She's playing
Sunday.
7 Days to Die.
That's the game I always think is dead, and then it just updates out of nowhere.
All right.
I think it's still technically
Okay,
early
so
access.
if anybody that's here on the call is not on Twitch, go to my Twitch real fast so you can grab a raid call and raid Sunny with me.
Sure.
We're gonna do
Might take a second.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I'm
There we go. I'm
on
there now.
Twitch.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys the raid call. There it is. Sunny Face, welcome to die. All right. All right. And tomorrow I will be streaming in the evening, as you guys know, playing Aquatilion, also known as Tecmo's Secret of the Stars on the Super Nintendo. Never played it before. Excited to do that. So yeah. Let's put in the actual raid command. Raid Sunny Face.
So
I always wanted to give that one a shot.
Well, come by Thursday night and see what it's all about, right? I've never played it. I have no idea what I'm in for. I've heard that it's a good game, but that the translation is hilariously awful. All right, here we go, guys. I'm doing the raid. I'm not going to bother with going over schedule and everything because I did that earlier today. Bye-bye.